Right, so hi everyone. I will just check that the sound is all right. Hmm, can't hear myself. Right, so Oh
Hi
no,
everyone,
it's
I will just
loud and clear. Right, okay. So we will put this in. Right, so I mean, how do I know? If people want a personal, that's the details. Same as always. If you put any kind of wee donation, I'll pull you a few cards as well. If you didn't see what I said about the Lionsgate portal, I'm going to be live on Friday doing the Gemini reading, and then I'm going to do a special for the Lionsgate portal just on here with paid personals. So it's kind of the same as usual, but the energy is a lot stronger. And like I said, I have been really clearing my energy big time, and that's why a lot of the reason why I'll be quite hyper as well. Like I feel really good. Um, but it's all the energy flooding in. Right, so we'll put 3 hours, but I don't think it'll be as long as that. But fuck, that's a bit worrying that I put 3 hours. Um, right. Oh God, that's not a good sign. So I'm seeing on my timeline for here, when I'm putting it, it's shown me 1 day. Oh my God, and it's actually shown me the most tragic scene out of it. We're going to pretend we didn't see that. But I think the only thing I could get from that, but what is quite weird, is Emma might be a significant name for people. So whether it's someone in the spirit world or one of you guys, or I mean, it could be anyone. It could be someone's twin flame. You could be the person. It could be um, a karmic person. It could be a loved one in spirit. But the only reason I'm saying that is because the girl, is she called Emma? I feel, yeah, I think the main character in Once Upon a Time, I think she's called Emma. And that character in that film's called Emma. So there must be something about Emma. And because I'm still filming this on Mediumship Monday, that's more than likely that, that could be a way for someone to come through called Emma. But um yeah, that is just so again, if you don't know what 1 day is, when I was talking about those romantic chick flicks that I watched the other day there, one of them felt very like that because it was about best friends that are really secretly in love with each other, that they meet up once for a week, once a year or something, like, over several years. Um, and that's basically ripping off the idea of 1 day. Um, But it's a way to have the closeness without the real intimacy. And again, it just wouldn't that wouldn't work. It's like when Harry met Sally, sex is always involved with men and women. Again, bar like your close people, if you're a genuine nice person's loved ones and relatives and that. I mean, but even that ain't off the table from what we've seen from the last live stream. But it's kind of like but that's people who know morals and values and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So but yeah, I don't know how that's going to fit into it, but because of the scene that they're showing me there, I think what I would get from that is, sorry to be cliche, but time is short. You never really know what's around the corner. And you could, like, you could get everything you want and it could be snatched away. So you should be grateful. God, this is a bit miserable, but you should be grateful for what you've got when you've got it, however long you've got it. It's reminding me on that shorts that the silent one. Because there wasn't meant to be silent. Like I just said I just finished saying that to Tani when I came on here. The first card was like wasting time. And it was just basically it's things to do with time. And I'd said, either you feel like someone's wasting your time, or someone feels like wasting their time, or delaying them from getting to you, or however that would go. It's something about time being a factor. And like I said, with the scene they showed me, because it's a I'm not, I can see what it says in the title. I know what scene it is. It's like frustrating because it's like right when you get something, it's taken away from you. So there's definitely something here about taking that on board. But I mean, I say that all the time, and I've just had a reminder of it because I nearly just went 600 feet off a cliff. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's, we don't, none of us really know how long we've got. So definitely someone who knows life is too short. Yes, absolutely. And have you seen One Day, Rebecca? It is, I did force myself to watch it. Uh, I mean, would it have been this year or last year? It wasn't long ago. It was either towards the end of last year or it was this year. Bawling my fucking eyes out. It is just, I just find it a really annoying film because it's like, oh, come on, to fuck, when is this guy going to get his shit together? Like, do you know what I mean? And it's just the horrible relationships and, you know, it's just tragic. It's really annoying film. Um, but sad as well, you know. Like, you know, the scene when it's like, is it him? He's passed out. I think it's actually his kid, like his wee girl's like, Daddy, Daddy, wake up. And then his ex-partner, who she's not really a bitch in that. Like, you know, they're not well suited, but it's like, you know, she's meant to be all right. And then she comes in and it's really sad. But it's just sad because he's, you know, best friends and they're in love with each other. Oh my God. 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 I'm actually freaking out. That is so freaky. I need to rewind that. An advert for Emma mattresses just came on. Right. Is one of yous called Emma, or has someone got an Emma in the spirit world? Because they're really trying quite hard to come through right now, and that's freaking me. I love this. So, see, it's Mediumship Monday has been delayed into the. Wait a minute. What have I done there? You know, the adverts go that quick. I need to pause it and take a picture. Fuck, that's so crazy. I was like, am I seeing things? What in the Francis? And I don't say that either, so is that a important name or surname? What have I just done? What am I trying to do here? If I went way too far, I think it must be now. Listerine. Let's see, is it? That's so freaky. Yeah, well, pick your moment if you're going to watch that one, Becca. It is not for the faint of heart. It is very sad. If you want the gist of it, like it's they meet at uni. Actually, I think they're meant to meet at Edinburgh Uni, and they nearly sleep to each other, but they don't. And then they make a pact to stay like friends, and so they meet up. It's like what I just said about that film that's copied them. They make a pact to meet up. You know, I think they make a pact to meet up on the same day every year for like God knows how many years. But it's just she has to watch him making an absolute car crash of his life because it's like he gets a drink problem, he gets really in his ego, like he gets a job in TV, he just basically gets involved with all the wrong people, and she has to sort of watch it all play out while she's in love with him. See how this sound like a twin flame journey? Maybe not everyone's, but and it's and then even when you think they're going to get together, they don't, and then it's like when they finally do. I don't want to ruin it, but you can probably guess from it. It's not great. Oh, there it is. There it is. Right. Here's the Emma advert. Because that is so crazy. It's just so sad. It's very just annoys me. It's really frustrating. Um, oh, I keep missing the bit where it says. It'll say it again. I keep missing the bit where it says Emma. There. That's mental. Very clever though. Whoever Emma is. Like I'm saying, it's either Emma is the person in the spirit world, or um, another name I've been getting drawn to loads is Lindsay. Like all different spellings of it. Like everywhere. Like I've got a pair of shoes that were from there. There's a chemist here that's got that name in it. So I'm just chucking out tons of names tonight. Um, right. Okay, so um God, this is a bit miserable already. Right, okay, let's pick the energy up. Let's pick the vibe up. But except with shit, look at the title. So I've titled it Can Resonate with Anyone, I'll take that out. I've part of the title is going to be A King Awakening from a Spell. And if you didn't see the start of the mediumship month, I'll put that in the comments. Sorry, I can't stop hiccuping. That's when I'm clearing the energy if you're new. But um yeah, rather than me go over all the same stuff again, the gist of it was I've been watching Once Upon a Time. That series came out ages ago, 2012. I loved it. Didn't get through all the series because, like I said, there's either seven or nine of them. And I'm only a few episodes into the first series, but where I've gotten up to is when, the characters that are Snow White and Prince Charming, and like I'd said on the other one, it's timeline. It is amazing, isn't it? I was telling Tani because she didn't know about it. It's about timelines basically. It's about everything that happens in the. So I'm not explaining it well, am I? But it's like this fairy tale. It's this fairy. It's not called Storyville. It's like a fairy tale sort of village, and everyone in the village has all different types of jobs and that, like normal kind of everyday jobs, but they don't actually know um that they're like things like Snow White and Prince Charming and Cinderella, and they bring in loads of random ones. Whenever I stopped watching it, I'm sure they brought in the Little Mermaid, but I feel like it was a bit of a spin on a dark Little Mermaid, Ariel. But anyway, it's quite good. As it went on, it's quite cool because, like, before they make it obvious who the person is, it's like you guess what sort of fairy tale person it is. But anyway, what's interesting to me is, like I said, it's whatever's happening coinciding in the fairy tale land when they're that seems to be affecting the modern day when they're in this village when they don't remember who they really are. So, for instance, with Snow White and Prince Charming, some kind of scenario happens where he's in a coma. I'm saying the same stuff again, but it's in case people don't want to watch the other one. He's like in some sort of coma, and the wee boy that is the only one who knows the truth is like trying to tell. Oh, wait a minute, it's just frozen on him. Is trying to tell everyone, including the one that's Snow White, like, look, he's Prince Charming, you're the only one that's going to be able to wake him up, and blah, blah, blah. And so they all think the wee boy's crazy, right? But he's the only one that actually knows the truth. Jailhouse Rock just came on, so this could have something to do with literal jail or police or um somebody could be trapped in their head like the Eight of Swords. Or somebody could be trapped in a karmic situation actually. The Jailhouse Rock, I could see how that would fit. But with an evil queen. I think I've got my cards that say like Queen and King and stuff. I think Queen and King cards are going to come out because it's all like that and that. But yeah, the gist of it is she starts reading out this book and then he wakes up and grabs her hand. So she's like, wait a minute, that's a bit weird. And then anyway, blah, blah, blah. Like he very quickly realizes in this modern day, it would be a love bomber. But you know what I mean? It's like he very quickly realizes like he's in love with her and she's like getting the feels for him. But the problem is he's married, but he can't remember who the wife is. So I think it's my guide's ways talking about spiritual awakening. Like when you wake up spiritually and you're like, why is this my life? Like, you know what I mean? And then when you're true twin flames, you do start remembering your past lives, or you start just heavily fixating, reminiscing about the past in this actual life. Um, but yeah, anyway, so I feel that's what they're wanting me to work with because because there were so many. Like I kept writing, how I do it when I'm watching, I can't help it. I write all this stuff down, so I wrote a big massive list. So I'm not going to be looking, I'm not going to be reading it all out. But yeah, like so some of the romantic things that they're saying to each other at start is like, you never have to worry, I'll always find you. Like, in every lifetime. What's 28 years when you have eternal love? I hope that's not relevant to anyone. Christ, that's like 10 and 20 years is long enough, 20 years. But I have worked with some people where that's the case. If you love them and they love you, they will always find you. Being under the spell, symbolic of manipulation from parents. Yeah, that's one of the themes I sort of saw. Um, I've just, oh yeah, at some point they didn't need words to express themselves. They knew no matter what separated them. Oh, that's the bit she was reading, and that's when he grabs her hand. And then if he's engaged to someone else when they meet and don't get on, and she saves him in the modern realm, symbolic of masculine awakening to feminine, awakening to past lives. And then his wife rushes in. So it's like, when something's about to happen between the main true love characters, and then like a character comes in, except it makes it a bit more difficult because she's not nasty. She's just there. there, you know. She's not like a nasty one. I don't know if she turns nasty. I can't even remember. But she's just it's but then in the alternative fairy tale timeline, it's because it's an arranged marriage. So they didn't fall in love, it was just convenient. So you see how this could totally fit with like modern day for quite a lot of people. Never mind just twin flames. But Cinderella's prince listens to his dad and abandons her with the baby. Oh yeah, that's a different set of people. So in the fairy tale, Cinderella gets knocked up and the guy disappears on her. Can't remember why. Can't remember why. But in the modern day, it's the dad's like saying just, ghost her. Um, and then the wife comes in and separates Snow White and the prince, and he's longing at he keeps so basically he's with the wife trying to remember who the fuck this person is, and he's just always longing after the other one. So that is like twin flames. Like, sorry, this is totally sound like twin flames. You're the only thing in this whole place that feels right. It doesn't feel right without her. That's him talking about Snow White. And then I can't get away from my parents or who I am. And then the person says, "What if you don't want to be like that?" That's other character. That's Jiminy Cricket. But that felt relevant too when you feel like you have to be loyal and you have to stick with status quo and you can't upset your family, all that kind of stuff. Fuck that. I love my family, but fuck that. I'm doing what I wanted to. Nobody's fucking telling me what I'm doing. And Snow White gaslights him, and oh yeah, yeah. So when he comes to confess his love to her, she's basically gaslighting him because she's like, I do have feelings for you too, but we can't, you're married and we can't do this kind of thing. And then and then the one that's the main character, Emma, I think her name must be Emma, is like, you've got to stay strong and he has to figure his life out. And again, that's when when that stuck out too. I was like, That's like this, isn't it? It's like you can't, who cares if you're twin flames, basically? It is a big deal and it isn't. If the other person isn't acknowledging it and ready to do anything about it, you're better just focusing on you. That's a very Aries moon thing to say right now by this Aries woman with Venus in Aries. Um, and so I can see why they showed me one day actually, because that's what's frustrating about that. She is absolutely loves him unconditionally. He loves her, but he's obviously avoiding, and he's just getting involved with all these toxic women. Good looking or famous or blah blah blah. But then some are really toxic and some aren't that toxic. One's really toxic actually, because in that film she is pregnant, but then it turns out that it's like her bosses or some shit like that, and that's a sad scene as well. But it's like, but then the other one, yeah, I'm mixing up the films again. I always do that. That film is Love Rosie. That's amazing. I love that film. Very frustrating too, but at least there's a fucking happy ending. One day's just depressing. Um, and but it is romantic too, but it's just sad. Actually, I am reading all this, so yeah, you got to say yeah, and then wait a minute. She needs someone to feel about her the way. Oh yeah, that's what. So Prince Charming says. This is before he goes under the spell. He says to Snow White, like when he's trying to get with her, she's like, stay away, even though she's like, yeah, come close, I want you. He's like, my wife, that doesn't sound good, but like, whoever she is, I can't remember what character, she's like, she needs someone to feel about her the way that I feel about you, which is true, to all karmic partners, whether they're nice or not. That is the truth. Everyone deserves somebody to be that mad about them, like, and that's why I always say, I don't understand. I can channel about this, but I don't understand it. Like, the only thing I can come to is if you want to stay with somebody that bad that they've got really deep feelings for someone else, it's like your self-worth and your self is on the floor. And that's not saying that in a nasty way. That's what I help women and men with. But it's like, if you're just that controlling, you just want to hold on to somebody, even if they either don't want to be with you, they don't know where they want to go, or if they know where they want, it's just that it makes me sad. You know what I mean? Like, um, I'd rather be myself, that's the bit I don't get. Like, he is forced to marry the other one, and then it changes the timeline in the present, and he says he's changed his mind. Yeah, so that's what I said there. That's all that I got to. So, but you know what I mean? It's like he's really adamant he wants Snow White, and you know what I mean? He can't remember the wife, and no, doesn't feel real to him, and she feels real. And then I think it's the evil queen that you're talking about. She does something. She sends him in the wrong direction, and then whatever she's done. sure it's her that's done something. When that Snow White, if it's like, fine, fuck it, I'll go and meet him, you know what I mean? He has, this is a big thing, and you know what I mean? And like, that is an effort. And then he starts saying he's changed his mind. So that's what I said in the one earlier. I can see how, we'll see how this ties in, but I bet you this is going to be like someone's mucked you about. So it's either they've actually came towards you in some sort of way, or they've like, texted you or called you, or I don't know, whatever, or saw you or something, and then they've ran back the other way. Like, because that's what happens in that. Or they were gonna and they never got to it, and someone pulled them back to the past. Um, or just pulled them away in general. You know what I mean? Because she's just a random. She's no from the path. Like, but the whole point is, it's like it's not true love. Oh, Denise just put oh wow on that shorts. That yeah, that did seem like a personal. But I bet you it'll resonate with a lot more of you out there. I can just tell. So, I relate so hard with the evil queen in the end. Yeah, that because it is really deep, isn't it? It's I can remember roughly how it goes because it's like she keeps trying to have a nice side, but it's like the other side keeps winning. It's like your shadow, It's like you've got your light and your shadow. You can choose to be I see you next Tuesday today, or you can choose to go with the light, and she seems to be choosing the other side. But yeah, no, it is a great series. But right, so we're going to work with this, and then also I showed these on the live I just done, but I was guided to the judgment card, and I started that live at 2020. So again, 2020 could be significant, or and actually, if you think about it, right, 2020 would be significant for people feeling like they were in jail with karmic partners because a lot of people sadly realized how trapped they were in unhappy relationships, marriages, any kind of situations because of, well, if you kept yourself that trapped, I don't know what to say to you, but do you know what I'm saying? It's like it did put that kind of caged feeling and made it so a lot of people got out of their relationships and marriages because it made them realize this is not what I want. But sadly, a lot of people would have just stayed as well. But yeah, review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, understand your life purpose, releasing judgments yourself and others. So that's when I said earlier. Also, something might be happening at Christmas because that looks a bit Santa-like, but or something happened at Christmas. Take it how it resonates. But it feels like, release the harsh judgments you might have about yourself, about the directions you've chosen in life. But whatever it is, I feel whoever's chose this life is saying fuck this now, and they're moving on to pastures new, because that's my fuck this card. They need to move on, seeking more from life than what you're experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes, a change of priorities, leaving home. And as I said, the shorts that I filmed tonight as well for the next few, well, it's for the next few days, but they're timeless. They had a similar theme. Like I kept pulling out the guy that was leaving home. Like, it's got moving and he's got a box. So it's quite a story going on. Right, okay, so let's get some cards. I'm going to use these. So let's identify. So again, I didn't do that chat, did I? But this isn't just for Aries. I should do that at the start because people will be like, what? This is for Aries in the first house. So we've all got Aries somewhere. We've all got a first house. If you have Aries in the first house, that would be quite full on, but fiery, passionate. Um, but yeah, it's your body, it's passion, it's action, it's lots of other things, but it's masculine energy. But for the sake of crack on with this, because it is actually about to be in a few minutes, it's 11:11. Let's just get going with this. So I tune in to the collective of twin flame energy. So bits might resonate, other bits might not. Um, Just listen in. So this is to identify the feminine. So because I know, this is either going to tell us about the feminine, male or female, or by the way, there's something about a best friend in the spirit world guiding you because they're not pulling my eyes away from the dove, which is my sign for that up there. Because it says good friends lift you when you forget how to fly. And that's never, oh my God, has someone got a best friend called Emma? That's specific. I don't know if I'm imagining that. This happened before. I don't actually know. I've got a friend who had a friend that I'd never met. I don't know if that was her name. God, I might, yeah. I did mean to text her today, actually. Anyway, putting that out of my mind, but it's something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody does have a friend in the spirit world called Emma, because I'm being kind of there. But that might not be connected to that, or Lindsay, or trying to think what other names I've seen today. Right. Or this could be what's happening around the feminine, because that gossip card keeps coming out a lot. So Archangel, it makes sense. Look what I've been told. This is magical. Magical, I love it. So look what I was talking about with that program and the timelines, right? Now, if you're new around here, I always talk about timelines, right? Again, past, present, future, Akashic records, totally my thing, right? And what does this say? Akashic records. Wisdom, inspiration, Akashic records. Yeah, so this whole, you know, alternative worlds timeline thing with the program I'm watching, and this is what I feel the feminines are going to resonate with this. Whether you're a man or a woman, I feel this is really your cup of tea as well. And also emotionally, the masculines getting really in touch with that side of them. Like they're very deeply in their feels, because that's just happening for the collective of masculines, is what I'm feeling, sensing, knowing, seeing. Um, so yeah, that could mean so many things. You're feeling the timelines merging. There's something significant about the 10th of August as well. Right, so. Kind of might need that for the thumbnail. Tell us about the masculine. Let's see if that same card comes out. Now, I would not be surprised if that card with a gossip comes out. It's not called that, but it looks like people gossiping. Or the same card. Let's see. The masculine, all the masculines are gonna resonate. Oh, makes even more. It is on the back. I knew in some way or shape or form they were going to get the same card. So I'm going to explain this. Look, same card, but it's in reverse. So, what that tells me is the masculine's a bit confused about the premonitions, the visions, the daydreams they're having. They're merging timelines. See how this is exactly like that program? Like that, I think that's exactly like what I've just said. Like he can't remember the person he's married to. Like he feels no connection and he can't remember her. It's a bit like the vow as well. But he's feeling intensely drawn to this apparent new woman, and but we know it's because they're Snow White and Prince Charming or whatever. I think that is his name. Um, and it's because in the other timeline he was in a forced marriage with the other one, so that's why it wasn't true love and it's not memorable and it's kind of it's um. But yeah, because it's the same card in reverse, I feel it's like the masculine's a bit like spaced out, a bit confused about what this all means, having loads of past life memories, or like I said, memories about the past if you've known them in the past, which the majority of people that tune in to me, it's going to be the case because, like attracts like with this stuff, I think. But the other thing is, oh, it's not that card. How interesting. That's even more relevant. Now, when I looked at that, I thought it was the family card in reverse. So it would make sense of what I was saying about, controlling family, wherever that might be relevant. But it actually says elementals, nature spirits, and the four elements. So again, the masculine could be a bit confused because you could be getting a lot of signs in nature and your guides trying to reach out to that way, or power animals, and you're not really understanding the messages that are coming in. Right, so we're going to keep that Akashic. Oh, no, I thought it was and you might be feeling very down actually because we've got hope, optimism, and new beginning in reverse, and it's a 20 again, having a big come to Jesus moment. Yeah, somebody could be having a tower moment, having flashes of the past. So that's what we're using to identify. And actually, because I said that, let's use this very romantical, almost quite depressing deck. Right, so what have we got? Give me something for the feminine. Sorry, I get so para that the volumes went. No wonder we watched fucking happened. Because remember, it happened on one of these the other day, and it's now happened on the. Nah, sound is working. Right. Okay, so what have we got? Oh, don't know if I've ever seen this. I won't lie, I still check up on you something. Oh, feminines. Oh. Well, I don't do that. So, like, cross my heart and hope to die. I don't, because why put yourself in the position that's going to upset you or piss you off or something? But yeah, so the feminine saying, I won't lie, I still check up on you sometimes. And this looks like Facebook here. Unless that's the feminine saying, I know that you're still checking up on me. So take it as it resonates, but that's what I pulled for the feminine. Right, the masculine. Yeah, I'm of the stance that just, oh my God, that looks amazing. I can't see all of it. It's just a tiny bit of the remainder of the full moon. Why is that so weird? Is that the clouds? Or is, don't tell me that'd be hilarious if that was the light in my living room. No, I think it is the full moon, which isn't full anymore. Yeah, basically what I'm saying is if you're sensitive, I wouldn't do shit like that. Poisons just came on. Yeah, it's poison. You're just poisoning your mind with pain and anger and like, nah, you don't know doesn't hurt you. You can feel it going on. You don't need to see it. Right. So reflection, that's not even meant to be in that deck, but the masculine is being away from you has allowed me to gain the clarity. Reflection. So again, if we link it back to that program, they've been apart for like, however, centuries, maybe years, and he's remembered her as soon as he sees her in this other timeline. And she's also felt the instant spark, but, pushing it away because he's married. Um, this is given twin flame vibe. It's this feels like it's going to be one of these ones I'm uncomfortable, but again, I get it because Aries is the truth, whether you like it or not. And Leo is, Leo season's drama. So this could be quite dramatic. Like this could be like third party shit. And I don't like to, I'm not channeling about affairs and that. I would just change this story, but I don't know. It feels a bit like, I don't know. There's something I don't like about this. But anyway, the masculine, I feel for the majority, it's masculines in their separation have gained the clarity about what this connection is. And again, they could have even got like past life regression or something, or, you know, mediumship readings or tarot readings or healings, and, been told something that's jogged memories or something as well. I feel like I want one more for the masculine. Oh, two came out. See what I mean? It doesn't really matter if no one's talking in the chat. I love this. Look, if there's a next life, I tell you how I feel sooner. And it's a man standing very far away from the person in the sunset. Oh, and it's that. Look at this. That is the thumbnail. Right as right as they guided me to see the full moon that isn't there anymore, by the way, I just saw the tiny sliver of this amazing thing and it's gone now. Look, we just had the full moon in Aquarius. I'm afraid to get close and terrified to lose you. That's why they showed me the thumbnail of One Day, because that is exactly what that whole film is about. Again, very triggering if you've had anything even remotely like that or things to do with alcohol. Um, yeah, I can never make my mind up. That's what I don't know. I would never say I don't like the film, but I don't like watching it, really. You're in my home and now you're just a place I can't return to. So yeah, it's that kind of vibe. If somebody feels very close to you, but they've put across the impression that's not the case. But it's because they're afraid to get really close, but also afraid to lose you completely. That reminds me of that inner child picture where I'm sure most of you or all of you will have seen it, but for people that haven't, it's like wire sculptures and it's like the adults and the little inner children are reaching out to each other's hands. That's a very twin flame. But yeah, there's obviously something about past lives with that. If there's a next life, I'd tell you sooner. Right, I'm going to put them there. We might have a thumbnail with them. Um, oh, and actually, that's interesting because the next question is about past lives in the South Node, and it's already kind of going into that. Will I? Bit scared to go into this, but I think we need to. We're going to use the toxic deck again, right? Because oh yeah, look, they didn't even. That's so funny. So where have I put the rest of them? I don't even know where I was sorting these cards earlier, and I don't know where I've put the rest, but the one that just caught my eye showing out. Now, this is not a phrase I'd use, but I feel it's American or something. I'm acting like I don't care about what's happened between us, but I do. I just want to appear unbothered. So, yeah, so now I'm actually thinking that card that says, I can't lie, I keep an eye on you. I actually think that's the feminine saying, I feel you still keep an eye on me. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't, how do I know? Not everyone, some of you might be doing that. Um, right. Okay, that's exactly why I got rid of my personal social media after truth be told. So, right, what have we got in the past for the feminine? Now, like I said, this deck of cards is two decks of cards together. Some of it is toxic as fuck. And some of it's alright. So we'll just see what comes out. But this is the past energy. So past lives or the past. The feminines put some kind of narcissist behind them, so whether this is love, friends, family, because it's got forcer, forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. So in the past, you've dealt with some kind of karmic, toxic relationship. I feel this is going to be romance. You've dealt with somebody that was quite, well, narcissistic and toxic and karmic. That well, we don't want to find out with it. Too busy winning. That's my ego card, but that's in reverse. So I don't think they wouldn't give me that. Well, they might though. I was going to say they wouldn't give me that card for an actual masculine, but it depends how bad it got. So pick and choose what resonates here. But I would say I don't want to tune into any more of that, but it's like I think they might be saying that someone from your past that is not your twin flame, that's a karmic energy is going through an ego death alongside your actual twin flame. Well, is this one of these conundrums? What else do we need to know? Crying over you. Yeah, this is interesting. This isn't the Gemini read, but we are doing that on Friday. I think you might have two people that are upset over you. At least two. It might be more, but it's like I'm feeling the energy of like a toxic karmic energy that you wouldn't want back because you know it's karmic, but someone's having an awakening over you. And it's just, they're never going to get it back. And that's just, they know that, you know that, and that's just the fact, however long ago it was, however recent. And then I'm also picking up on your actual twin flame, all the people that resonate with this, that is sad, hurt, and upset and crying over you. What you been doing to people, breaking hearts out there, people? Right, what have we got here? Yeah, honestly, it's hard to describe how my guides and God and all my different guides talk to me, but this is also my karmic card. Threatening, intimidating, threatened and bothered. So, I feel like, oh my God, this is so interesting because I'm sure if Tani was here, she would make me resonate. I feel there's a collective of you that dealt with extremely toxic, narcissistic, and again, not everybody's people from the past, whether it's lovers, whether it's present exes, friends or family or anyone, friend, like not everyone, even if they're a friend mate, like not everyone's going to be narcissist, but these are my narcissist cards. So I feel a karmic person you dealt with in the past, whether it was a woman or a man who was very narcissistic and very in their ego, is going through an ego death and crying over you and reflecting on how they treated you. So I'm not actually getting a lot about the twin flame right now, but well, and I miss you. So again, now I feel we're moving into twin flame, but they're just saying to me as well, there is someone else that misses you. If this resonates. Fake busy. And oh yeah, and so the twin flame that misses you, you see, you wouldn't be fake busy, like you would want to hear from them. So that's so interesting. I don't want I don't want to use too many more, but again, it's quite funny. I kind of hate this deck. I don't like the word hate, but I kind of love and hate this deck because it gives amazing thumbnails and it gets straight to the fucking point because it really did with the shorts, with the whatever all the cards were there. But there's something strongly for whatever reason, there's a few people that you need to know that someone's going through an ego death, a spiritual awakening, crying over you, reflecting on their behaviour, and there's a twin flame missing you that you would want to hear from. So basically, you wouldn't want to hear from the other person, you would want to hear from the twin flame. And drama starter. So the twin flame is putting a drama starter behind them. This is very similar to the shorts, by the way, because in the shorts it was like the masculine is putting behind a lot. It was like frenemies, it had obsessive lover, it had karmic ties, there was a lot of stuff. But yeah, the masculine's putting some kind of drama starter behind them. I want to move into the, I mean, is there any, do you want it to, I don't want to pick, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I mean, does anyone, I don't think people want to hear about the karmic people in that much detail. So we'll just get one more thing. Why is this coming through about the karmic people? Because they're thinking about you and they could have really done a big injustice. Look, memories, and it's a guy looking at photos. So, like, sorry, but that's a bit creepy. But you could have an ex, like, looking at photos of you if they've got photos of you or looking at you somehow, maybe looking up social media. But it's court judges, immigration lawyers. Now, I'm feeling that's karmic injustice. Like, I feel karmically someone was wrong, they treated you wrong, and that's what they're crying and reflecting on. Um, and possibly just a thing where they're asking for forgiveness from God or a higher power and wouldn't necessarily like approach you. You could be mine, Guns and Roses on. Oh my God, what the fuck is this? Unless you did go through, and oh yeah, shit, actually, someone was saying that earlier. Unless you did go through an actual legal situation, like with an ex, that wants you back and is remorseful, but you don't want them back, whether it's a man or a woman. So this is the feminine side, but this can be the masculine's feelings too. Remember that. So right, now we're going to shuffle for the masculine, although I was still given, but let's see what comes out for the masculine because we don't, whatever, thanks for telling us about that, whoever that's for, but I don't think a lot of people are going, I think that was just maybe to clarify for somebody that might be gaslighting yourself. I think you're going crazy. You're not, and that is happening. Again, but again, don't be delulu. This is a general, I don't know who it's going to resonate with, but it's coming through really strongly. There are probably a few guys that get sad over memories. A lot of people treat me badly. Um, yes. You're not easy to get over, Rebecca. I don't really know in my case. I don't care. Like, I mean, that's like, I Yeah, not in a bad, like I can think of people like long from my past that did say that like I broke their heart, but like I wasn't meaning just like, they fell for me kind of thing. But it's like, and I send all those people up. But I'm pretty sure any of those people are like happily married with kids and everything and no thinking about me. But it's other ones again, hope they're happy too, but yeah, just no. Um and then obviously I think we know who that other guy is, so we're not gonna go there, but it's kind of like, yes. So what have we got? Tell me about the divine masculines then, that go with the feminines that have got somebody else from the past. But like I said, I do think that could also be confusingly masculines with karmic exes that are feeling remorseful at how they've treated them and they're trying to get them back. This is all the shit with Venus retrograde in a few months, by the way. Right, masculine, masculine, masculine. In the past too, but remember, oh my God, that is creepy when that happens. Out of two decks, all of them, yep, there you go. That's what I said for the masculine. They're putting a drama starter behind them. And remember, this is the past energy. So this could have all happened a while ago, or it could have just been, wrapping up recently, because the past can be like an hour ago, or like yesterday, or a few weeks ago. So, or it could be years ago. Right, what else about the masculine that's putting a drama starter behind them? This is the same as the shorts. I can't even, what the fuck? That's what came out earlier. Divorce. So again, this could be a divorce. Like some people could be, divorcing someone like that just now, or it's like a serious breakup. Divorce, property, criminal, paternity, child support, traffic ticket. And again, legal matters, but it's in reverse. So This could be like a legal case that has happened a while ago, or it's just ended, or it's an injustice with a drama starter. But I think because they're telling me you're putting the drama starter behind you, and that's actually Leo South Node. You know, the South Node is the past and the past lives, because that's what I'm checking on just now. And because that's just moved into Leo, I kept channeling that means leaving the drama in the past. But with all the other astrology, there's still plenty of drama. But I do feel it does mean for a lot of twin flames if there's been drama starters and troublemakers and that, I do feel that will start to, over the next 18 months, these people will fade in the background. They won't be able to cause the trouble that they've been causing and the delays and everything. Yeah, oh my God. And they're a narcissist. Look at, see how they're confirming, because these are my narcissist cards. Threatening, intimidating, threatened, and bothered, but it's in reverse. So it's like, yeah, someone's putting a drama starter and a narcissist that they could have went through legal stuff with behind them, or it's just someone was really unfair to them. Secret accounts, they could spy on them. But is that what I channeled with that other card that that's the masculine spying on the feminine? Feeling like they dodged a bullet with whoever the karmic person is. That came out in the shorts. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. That last line, I always say the same thing, but I'm always like, why would you want to be protected by haters? That means it's frenemies. Um, God, I need to keep some of these for the thumbnail. Oh, for fuck. Right. Of course they fall on the floor when I say, oh, that's annoying. Wait a minute. I'm going to need to bend over and get them. The bend and snap. Let's, because sometimes I spend about 1,000,000 years on this bit. Right. This one. I've got quite too many cards here, but I think it's going to be one of them. Right. So, won't ask too many more, but what? But there's something going on for a collective of people because the legal card came out of two different decks in the shorts where the sound was gone, but I've uploaded them if you haven't seen them. We already had right away the first person in the chat was like, oh my God, you've tuned into what's happening with me because her ex is causing bother, has in the past and is now. What have we got? Yeah, so the masculine is going to be coming towards the feminine with an offer after a karmic lesson because the karmic lesson is in the verse too. Talking, they're really talking with these. So look, karmic lesson. So yeah. So obviously the karmic lesson that this group of masculines have had is a rough one. Oh my God. Right, okay. So in the past, which is what I've said earlier. I say it all the time, but I said it on the last live, or maybe in this too, but I think it was in the last one, that it's never the wrong choice. It's never nice for all the people that get hurt, like, all the people involved, but you do learn from it. And, often when there's a choice between two people and when you're caught in your ego, it's like you learn from it. That's what you go through an ego death with. Um, you become a nicer person at the end of it, more humble, kinder. Even if you were a humble, kind person before, because that's what happened to me too. Like I was already humble and kind, but the ego death is the hard bit. You know what I mean? Like, because having an ego isn't always what people think right away. It's not like you're some kind of like, oh, fucking really up yourself. What it can be like if you're kind of like, no, I don't need anyone's help, or I could do it myself, or I'm totally fine. I don't need healing. Do you know what I mean? It can be like that. And, after a proper dark night, so you kind of soften a bit and you realize, no, you have got your own shit and you have got inner child yet and you have got trauma and everybody does. And, and you're not like, you know, you're, like I said, you're just a more humble, kinder person. And again, you might have been that before, but in some people's cases, they might not have been humble or, give it caring that much about people and stuff. And it's just depends, right? What else for groupie? Yeah, putting that. So look, groupie, that's always my frenemy card too. There is an actual card that says karmic friends, but look, groupies. So this could have been a masculine that's like had a karmic lesson and like been around loads of people like, oh hi, oh my God, yeah, you're my best friend. Like, let's wait a minute, that's reminding me. This reminds me of this deck with the guy with the guitar that always comes out. It's like, oh yeah, come on, bring your guitar. Stop fucking crying over that person that you're saying you love and you went like, fuck her, do you know what I mean? or fuck him. And it's just like leading someone astray. But again, personal responsibility. But that's what get like karmic lessons have been learned with these frenemies and enemies and saboteurs. And look, now this person's like waking up, like I'm dodging bullets. Like, I dodged a bullet getting away from someone in particular, but maybe even a group of people. Right, tell us about that because that reminded me of that. Extreme has just come on, a song. Yeah, so exactly what I channeled. There's something really specific coming through here. Think about it, right? The way I'm connecting this, right? Because I'm all about pattern recognition with my astrology, with the bits it hits. Aries season, and I'm channeling for Aries in the first house. So everything to do with Aries energy, right? For anyone, is the springtime. I've just pulled new beginning and spring in reverse. I feel someone's like toxic people around them for whatever reason has like pulled them away from going towards a feminine because and it'd be very easy to because of what I channeled before I pulled these cards. This person's afraid to get close, but they're afraid to lose you. So I think people have been like, oh, just leave it. You know what I mean? You can do something about that. You've got plenty of time, and um. So this person was, oh my God, that's fitting with what I said about the program. That's exactly what I said. Yeah. So they're just backing me up. That is what I felt. That it's like somebody was going to come towards you and they didn't from the like gossip or wrong advice or toxic pals or family or whoever it is around them, like, has sort of convinced them to not do it. Or like I said, it could just be someone's actually like, bottled it themselves, but it's something like they were going to come towards you in the spring. So whatever you consider the spring, but they didn't. And that's like me saying in Once Upon a Time, he actually does go towards the one that he's in love with and says, I'm going to leave her to be with you. But then he backtracks and he goes back to the other one. And again, I've not seen the next episode yet, and I can't remember, so that's going to be interesting. But that's why I put in the title, A King is Awakening from a Spell, because I feel it's like symbolic of whether it's convincing yourself that this is the right thing to do or other people convincing you, it's something like that. And then obviously he's going to wake up from the spell and he's going to choose her because I've seen the rest of it. But yeah, look, let it go, release, don't look back. Normally that card is not about, what I'm about to say, but I'm feeling it like I usually say it's like, desire because it's got the rabbit and fertility. There's the full moon again. I think that full moon had a huge effect on this group of masculines. But in this case, I think it's the groupie saying, let it go, release, don't look back. That's your past. That's not your future. It's not your present. It's not, look, it's not true love. It's not your past life soulmate. We've already saw that it is, so remember. They were just a lesson. They were, people in your life for a reason, a season, or a blessing, and that person's a part of your past. This is the kind of stuff these people were saying. And it was all lies and deception, secrecy. Like, so it might have been one of the groupies wanted the masculine for themselves. It's like one of them where it's like it's your fucking girl pals or your guy pals and it's somebody that's secretly in love with you and sabotage. Oh no, I don't think you should go to that person. Be with me. Do you know what I mean? There's a film I watched not long ago that was like that. Can never remember the name. I tried to remember when I mentioned it before. I can see the actor because he's one of the guys I think's really nice looking, but I can't. Good Times has just come on. Yeah, come out and just keep having good times with us. Don't get serious with someone. And then the masculine's like, but I miss them. I miss you. Longing, distance, regret. So again, that's enough cards in that deck, but this person's really regretting past decisions influenced by others. Right, tell us a wee bit more about the feminine to go with I can't remember all those cards now, but the feminine's got a narcissistic ex that is crying over them and going through an awakening and ego death. And you've also got your actual masculine going through all of this, where they're waking up to toxic people around them that they listen to, that they regret listening to, whether it was someone sabotaged them and gossiped and lied, or just kind of like, keep coming out with us, keep having a good time, and stop, just come and party, or whatever else. Tell us something about feminine. Magic and manifestation. So in the past, you've just been focused on your own stuff. There's, and I knew they were saying that. Look, you sense So this could, if you think about it, magic and manifestation, that could even be that you are like myself and you either read oracle or tarot or both, or you're a healer, or you might be like me in the sense you don't need, I don't need any of that stuff. They're just tools and they're just fun. But you feel there is toxic friends, and you're right, because that's the card I was talking about. Look, the full moon as well. Something could have happened on a full moon. Shit could have kicked off because Aquarius full moon's crazy. And side note, the full moon eclipse in Pisces that's at the 28th of August, I think, or 29th, something like that. That's really bad because that's about drinking, and that's what we were all talking about earlier. Look, fun sport. Look, come on, just come and have a drink with us. Come and have a drink and forget about, all your moping about and stuff. Do you know what I mean? You've got plenty of time. Come on. Come on, the groupies. Come on. Come and get drunk with us. And it's like one of them's like, yeah, yeah, come on. Just get him really drunk and let's just, manipulate him. I want him. Karmic lesson. Hmm. Ice Queen, don't back down. Very clever. So sometimes that is a karmic partner. So again, this could be somebody that didn't get anywhere with a masculine and they're very jealous and they're in like Queen of Swords and reverse energy. Or this is a masculine afraid that you are standing on business and you're going to be Ice Queen towards them because they feel you sensing that they listen to toxic people. However many, but I feel it's quite a few people. Yeah, going through an awakening, confusion, turmoil. I do feel a masculine in particular did listen to an ice queen, so you can decide who that is because I've spoken about loads of things. It could be current partner manipulating, controlling, ex-partner because all that's came out in the shorts and this, or that could be a family member. Listen to me, you'll do what I say because that's like in the program I'm watching just now. Karmic, yeah, and so the masculine kept repeating a karmic cycle. Again, that's so clever that they gave me 1 day, because that is what that is. Like, you just think the guy's going to fucking get his shit together, and he just keeps making a mess. Like, he just keeps picking really toxic women and overlooking her. And then he realizes right at the fucking 11th hour, but by that point, and then they get like a fucking tiny amount of time together, and it's tragic. So repetition, soul lesson, soul lesson, closure. So whatever that is, the masculines learn a karmic lesson and end in a karmic cycle with an ice queen. So whoever that is that had too much influence over this masculine, that's coming to an end because they want a happily ever after. And that's so if that's a romantic present or past, that's not happening with that person. Because I think that's the narcissistic energy it was coming through from the past. Yeah, just to confirm toxic behavior. Like they're putting toxic behavior and toxic people behind them. Control, oh my God, I kept saying that. Control, manipulation, obsession. So yeah, I feel somebody that's extremely manipulative. So like I said, manipulative springs to mind like people that cry and do worse. I mean, people that are really well, that's people that aren't well, so I don't want to say anything about it, but it's kind of like, when people threaten to, I think we all know what I'm saying here, but you know what I mean? It's manipulative. Yeah, look, they're closing out a karmic cycle with somebody that's obsessed and toxic, but at some point they've allowed them to control their life. So sorry if that's you, because it does happen to more people than you think, men and women, and if it's the women I've dealt with people or the man's done that, or same sex, blah, 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 blah. This person wants this. They're dreaming big about this celebration and dating. So they must be putting that behind them in some sort of way. I'm having real thumbnail problems in my head right now. But yeah, interesting. Whoever that's given jealous X. And if it's not jealous X, it's like in a relationship with someone where there's no love. It's 11:44. But there's been delayed communication. Look, I want to kiss you and delayed communication in reverse. Like this person wants, I love that card. This person, like if that came up right, I'd be using that in the thumbnail, but because it came reverse, I won't look. This person wants to contact you and they want to kiss you. They want to date you. They want to celebrate with you. They're dreaming about it. But whoever this is has held it back. So that's why I'm saying I really hope that this isn't like present partners because we can kind of understand, you know. Because but you see, that's why I'm thinking it for some people it could be present because in that program he is technically married to the woman he can't remember and doesn't care about, and then he weirdly remembers because so you know what I mean. There's something with that, but okay, this is a lot for the thumbnail, but so I'm just gonna. I could honestly just do the whole thing with those cards, so I love them. Let's see. Oh, there's too many. Right, I think Karmic lesson. I just think that card's hilarious, but I wouldn't use that because it's kind of my language, but it might not get across the. What did I just put that in there? Group A is a bit vague. This one, that's impactful. If there's an X life, I tell you sooner. I really, I don't know. There's not really any romantic ones. Where's there's two. Oh, sorry, I've been really slow with this. I can't. Don't know what, we need some romantic ones. We can't just have all the toxic shit. So it's a I can't hold all this. What the fuck? No, we'll leave the guy that's dreaming. We'll put celebration and dating. Or maybe dream big, because that kind of gets across someone's dreaming about it, but might never do anything about it. But they are going to do something about it. And leaving a karmic, oh my God. Leaving the past, but leaving a karmic lesson behind. Someone's not happy, someone's jealous, someone's obsessed and toxic. This is one of these cases where this is a toxic karmic person. They're not all toxic karmic, but this person is, because it's coming through big time. So I know if I've covered all the words in that, but I can't be arsed. Let's just this is too many as well. It's not in the shot, is it? I've done it again. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You could go that way a little. Wait a minute. No, it's you need to go that way a bit. Oh fuck. Never mind. The word. Oh wait a minute. When I do the thumbnail, these go really small anyway, so it's crazy how fitting these are with the shorts. Where's that? Go this way. Oh, whatever. You can. It goes tiny. So why am I? I do that every time. It's like, right. Okay. So we'll leave that deck there because I feel I'm going to need it again. Both of those decks. Right. Next bit. So that's remember that was all just the past energy, but it can still kind of be present because of what I'm saying about that can even be like really recently. So this is the present. So also my question around that is like repeating patterns. So the fact that that card says closure and repeating karmic patterns, it really in karmic lesson, someone has closed out a cycle with whoever that is, or if that is like a type of person that someone has been repeatedly attracted to because they just keep talking about one day and that's like that guy, he keeps picking women that might be good looking, but they're really toxic. Um, and the same with that Love Rosie. That's what I mean. They can I get confused because they're kind of similar. Right, so let's go to this deck because I love this one too, and that one's been used for a while. Right. So presently, right, the North Node focus to get out your comfort zone. Might need to feel into these a bit because they're all random. There's some toxic cards in this too. Oh, what are you angry about? Fired up, furious with rage, building up emotions, overwhelming thoughts, very angry. Well, something in the present moment has got the feminine fired up. So the feminine's angry about something or just building up emotions, or just overwhelming thoughts. But it does say very angry and fired up. Or, because this is the present, this might be something that's around the corner. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be significant. Those cards bore me, the signs. Trash, too much, screenshots, proof, letting go, throwing out memories. Oh my God, that's a bit of a story. So if this is you, you would know, because currently you're angry about something, maybe memories from the past. You know what that's kind of reminded me of? Like, when your phone shows you memories from like 7 years ago and 8 years ago, and you're like, no, I don't want to be seeing that. These people aren't my life anymore. Like, stop fucking reminding me. Do you know what I mean? Like, even me, even when you delete things, you get, and it's like, sometimes you get things like that. You might be, oh, that's sad, we're not friends anymore. But most of the time, you're like, look, I'm trying to fucking move on. Stop showing me this shit. Do you know what I mean? Because it's my Samsung phone that does that. It's like every 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 years ago. It's fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Um, but anyway, you could be like, I don't want to see this. But or you're like thinking about something from the past that's got you fired up and angry. Terms, working out, negotiating with you, begging. Wait a minute. I think this is like so that's what I felt it was kind of future because we've got Akashic records. I think we need these wordy cards. I think somebody could be, oh God, why is it doing this? I feel like we're picking up on a person you don't want again. Like, think about what I just said there. I've put those cards back. But when you think about it, it makes you angry. You want to throw it in the chat trash, whether it's memories or photos or whatever, digital or real. And it's like someone's begging. So remember what I said, it might not be an ex is literally begging and wanting to speak to you or whatever, but it's like their energy's like really, really around you. And it's not your twin flame for some people. But I feel for some people you've went through a very karmic cycle with your twin flame and things that they've done and acted towards you, and especially if they're around these groupies and they've basically, yeah. Now it's weird. I'm dancing in and out of. It's going to mean different things to different people. They've picked friends and think they picked friends and basically anyone like toxic lovers over you, and you could be thinking about that, and it's making you angry, and you just want to get rid of those memories, and they're going to be coming in. I don't know about begging, but yeah, kind of like, I know I don't deserve a chance, but you listen to me kind of thing. But I don't know for two, I don't know. You're going to need to tune into how that's going to make sense. Or like what I was thinking is like, this is something you haven't heard yet, and you're going to hear something that makes you angry, and then that's why the person's going to be begging because they know that you're not going to be happy. Bare minimum. Oh my God, how creepy is that? That totally fits. Unsatisfied, bare minimum, reciprocation, losing interest. This has been consistently coming out. This is the feminines waking up to the fact you've never mind breadcrumbs, you've been given nothing in some cases, and for years on end, and like one of the people, this is too confusing. We're not channeling about the karmic exes, but they are. that energy is really strongly trying to come in, and that doesn't usually happen. It's kind of weird. Kind of tempting to go into it too, but it's kind of no. Like, I mean, like to see what this is all about, but I'm going to trust that it's important for some of you. But I feel for those of you where this is about a twin flame, it is like somebody's having a spiritual awakening, realizing they chose all these toxic people over you, whether it's lovers or listening to friends with bad advice or family or mixtures of all of it. And you've been given the bare minimum, like you've been given nothing, I feel, for a lot of you. And look, there's the jailhouse rock. The guy's got handcuffs on. So I hope this has got literally nothing to do with it, but I mean, look, everyone's got a past and stuff. It might be literal for some, but it's kind of like I feel it's more about someone's in a prison of their own making. Law enforcement, temptation, criminal history, avoiding the 12, could be addictions and stuff too. But it's someone's feeling like they're in spiritual jail, going through karmic justice, realizing they done you dirty, they done you wrong by listening to all the wrong people. God. Uh, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn came out again. Did that not just come out for both things? So something could be significant about Virgo season. That's not too far away. We're in Leo season. That's Virgo season comes about around the, I think it's the 22nd it changes into Virgo season of this month. Oh yeah, so it's not far away at all actually. Something could happen around Virgo season. New boo. Happy place, seeing someone new, new love blossoms, enjoying each other. Yeah, around fall. That's what I got right. So that's the masculine's cards I was doing there. So I feel the new boo is your divine masculine after they've awakened. And they could sort of pop up around the scene, like I said, around mid this month, or actually any time now, because I keep channeling things are imminent for some people too. And then by around the fall, you could actually be, seeing more of them. But there's a lot of anger here that needs to be purged because again, remember Aries is anger. And so we got fired up and very angry on the feminine side. And now we've got this angry little boy. Triggers, childhood wounds, flashbacks, ready to explode, caught in the act. Oh my God, that is given the begging thing. So either somebody's been, well, caught in the act or somebody's been caught out in something, caught out in a lie, caught out in something they shouldn't be doing that would upset you. But again, that gets all kinds of confusing because if you're not actually in a relationship, anyway, something that would piss you off. But it's like, I think there's a lot of stuff from the past that needs to be sorted out here in the present. In the closet, secrets being held down low. Like stuff that's like, it's given wearing a mask. Legal matter, divorce, legal papers, court visit. Yeah, I think it's remember what I said as well. Like, there's for some people, it's divorces and stuff as well. And it's kind of giving me the feeling it's like, I need cards that are going to back up what I'm feeling here. Deadly. Oh, I should have said it. Yeah, I was trying. I couldn't really think of like how to word it, but it was something along the lines of like I think there's a lot of anger here because I think somebody's angry that they've picked a karmic person, and a lot of people have went really into deep, tied themselves into serious situations like marriage, and now there's divorces going on or future divorces or blah 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 blah. And I was feeling the anger on the feminine side. It's weird. I was kind of feeling it's more like about like this person, you've been left in the dark, and it's kind of like there's anger because it's like I would have rather you told me, and then at least I would have known there was hope at like the end of the tunnel or something than like turning it. But it feels like I'm gonna get a different deck, but it feels like confusion, like kind of good intentions, but also it's kind of secretive. I don't know. There's something like this, and then I pulled out Deadline when I was thinking it because I was like, I need a card that's that makes sense because it's deadline in verse, and I've been saying that recently. It's like I feel a lot of divine feminines like you've made some sort of private deadlines for yourself. Like, no, if I've still not heard from this person by my birthday or by Christmas or by this time in my life, like, their chances are going down really like really slim, and like I'm not going to be as loving. I'm not going to be as understanding, and that makes sense why the person would need to be begging to get you to even listen to them, let alone forgive them, because too much time has passed here. Oh, that makes sense now with the time. It's anger. Yeah, it is anger. Because remember, Aries is anger. But this says deadline, time running out, on edge, intervention, can't wait no longer. And it's got, I don't know what time that's meant to be. 10 past 10, 10 past midnight, could be significant. Oh, that's actually soon. It just hit midnight as I'm saying that. So yeah, that's getting a bit complex, but there's something around that. Like obviously not everybody's person is going to be going through a divorce, but some people's are. And you either know this or you don't know it and it might make you angry, or you suspect it and then you're just going to be annoyed that somebody didn't give you some kind of something like that. Because if you think about that program where it's like he's married to someone else that he can't remember, but he's wanting to be with her, it's that is third party, whether you like it or not, because he's, and that's why the other one's like, I'm not getting involved. Oh my God, what the and whoever this is getting a bit dark. So I laugh when I'm nervous. Whoever is in the masculine's past that we've already seen that they've closed the cycle out on. Because I read, remember, the Akashic Records is what I read, that card even came out, but past, present, future. Whoever the masculine's leaving behind, they're wanting some kind of revenge on the divine feminine. So, leader, strong intuition, empathic heart, healer to others, patterns, enjoying the show, getting even, childish behavior. So again, it's just, I feel what that means is this person's just really salty and jealous and they've not been able to keep a hold of this masculine. And I mean, that's a narcissist. Like, whether it's a lover or a friend or a family member, if they get really nasty and toxic and slander you and make up all this, like, make out you're the bad person when really they're the ones that are giving you hell behind closed doors a lot of the time. That's, textbook narcissist, friend, family, lover behavior. And they're not happy because the masculine's out their grip, out the Ice Queen's grip. And they're insatiable, they're ravenous for the divine feminine. Uncontrollable desires must have hunger for pleasure. Yeah, so, there must be some way of this person from the past, however long ago it was. Again, understandable if it's more recent, but it's still, you've got to let people go if they don't want to be. Whether, like I say all the time, even if you're twin flames, you've got to let them go. You can't, like, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you can't control who you love, but you can't chase after somebody like, insisting that they be with you if they're choosing not to. Even if it is like that card I've used for the thumbnail, that they don't want to get too close, but they don't want to let you go. But that's actually what I channeled the other night, that, that's actually toxic too. Although it comes from a good place, it's kind of weird kind of compliment, really. It's like that's not fair because that's keeping someone in limbo, and if the other person can feel it, but really, it's your own personal responsibility. If you choose to not move on, that's on you. It's not on them. But it can be seen as quite manipulative. But that's why you have to know yourself and do your shadow work. Like if you want to move on, move on. But good luck. You can't on the twin flame journey. Not really. You'll be you'll hit a brick wall. Separation. Look, separation. But it's in reverse. Silence, longing for you, distance. Yeah, separation in reverse. This is a separation coming out of separation. Emotions in and out clashing like waves. This is all the stuff going on. Look, someone's calling. Yeah, that I felt that. Yeah, expressing conversation, unblocking, hearing your voice. Like this feels like a bit of a frantic call or a long text or a pop-up visit and it feels like there's a lot of emotions. Um, If only moving on was easy, quick, or linear for that matter. I know, especially when you've got a Venus and Aries. Um, oh, no, that's me. Well, it's no mistake, yeah. Venus and Aries for me, but I meant to say Venus and Scorpio for you. Um, which is a hot combo. I've said that before. Um, right, why have I started shuffling this toxic deck again? I'm worried. Right. Oh my God, look why. Look what I've just said. Under pressure, anxiety, decision, time's running out. Oh no, this is so annoying. I feel like I need to put that in the thumbnail because I'll maybe put in the title like time is. We've had two cards that say time's running out, and we've had deadline in reverse, meaning that the feminine's deadline's long past. Whatever that means, because like I said, I do that too, but this is why this fucking True Love, Snow White and Picture there's no fucking deadline with Twin Flames. But that is also something that needs to be understood by both parties. Don't take the fucking piss with that. Because you are going to make the person angry. You're going to make them resent you. Because you knew that, you took even longer. You know what I mean? Like, and if that's not the case, the person's going to need to explain in depth. um, I would do anything for love just came on. And I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Yeah, look, time's running out for something because the deadline was in reverse and the masculine's got time's so the masculine knows time's running out. And the fit, your light irritates or demons shine. So that makes it the God, I'm getting so into this. We're going to need to move on to the next one. But look, shine, your light irritates or demons. And that is Leo season. And that is specifically this. If somebody had Aries Sun, actually, that's my friend's got that Aries Sun, Leo Moon. But if somebody had Leo Sun, Aries Moon, you would be somebody that triggers somebody's demons because it's all about the light, you see. Because that's my fifth house is all that energy, and it does. Like people either find it really playful and fun, like we've been having banter in the chat, or there's people that will just be sitting watching this, fucking seething jealousy, hating me because I'm having a laugh with yous. Basically, I don't think they'll be hating yous. They'd be fucking sad to be hating people. But you know what I mean? They'll be like whether they know me or not, by the way, that could be anyone, and it's like whatever. But and anyway, hopefully those people are fucking doing something else because that's sad. But now and again that will happen because I feel it. But it's like your light irritates or demons, and the demons that you're irritating are also people you don't know because I definitely feel it's people from that masculine's past as well. But it's because they know how much that person's craving you, or they because they're that obsessive lover. They're obsessed with what this person does next. Even if this is an ex from years ago, but for some it can be a lot more recent, a bit more understandable, but like I keep saying, not understandable for hounding somebody, stalking them, watching. I feel this is really dark kind of behaviour. Obsessive lover, dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessiveness, and karmic. Which would make sense why we had divine feminine revenge. Like this person's angry that you got what they want. Even I don't and you might not know that yet that you've got what they want, but this person has chose you. And they actually could be staying away to protect you from people like this. But depending on different circumstances, that's not wise either because people like that, don't change overnight and you're just stopping your own happiness, letting narcissists win. And it is, I'm saying narcissist because I've had all the cards that tell me that. Yep, and right as I said it, look. Oh my, right, this is just, I'm like, it could be that people need to stay away from you for legal matters too, but look at, I can't even believe that is blowing my fucking mind. Look at that. Look, everything that I was just saying. There's my narcissist card again. Threatening, drama starter. That's already came out. Legal matters, divorce property, criminal paternity, child support, trafficking. So yeah, this is definitely people going through fucking nasty, nasty divorces or legal things for something or an injustice. The divine masculine. I'm fucking raging. I want to change the thumbnail again. Maybe even that, by the way. Nah. Oh, I don't know. We'll put him up there. Maybe we'll get a different. Let's just. Oh, this is. What the fuck is this? Right, okay, so let's. I need to. Let's get in the subconscious energy. What's a subconscious block for the feminine or the masculine's feminine side? Now, this is likely to be something you've already worked through, but different people might resonate with a different way. It depends where you're at on your journey. Banter all the way. Hate takes way too much energy. I know. Oh, wait a minute. The thing's telling me how much battery we've got. Right, I'm going to take this out. Drop the mic. Right, and then I'll charge that. So I'll put it over there. Right, gonna gonna go rogue without the mic, which this is usually when people are like, "Oh, you're even louder now." Right. So yeah, subconscious block. Hmm. Age issues. You feel too old or young to date or have issues with your partner's age. So it was in reverse. So either they're saying, even if there is an age gap of however long, whether it's not very much or a lot, the feminine, that's not, you're not bothered about that. But it could be something like what I've said before, like, I noticed that with friends that I had that were just a little bit, like a tiny bit younger, and well, my twin flame's younger too, but don't think that's the issue somehow. It's, it's interesting, like you can learn certain lessons before other people, and it's just a thing. So I don't know how that's going to fit for other people, but I do think age does matter with some things. Like for instance, look at it's not a coincidence we were talking about when you turn 40. So say you are a couple of years older than someone, the likeliness that you are going to go through some tough shit a little bit before that, especially, and like what I will say about twin flames, if a feminine goes through some specific really tough shit, and it's possible that a masculine can go through it, like they will go through it too, but they might not go through it like till like 3 years later or something. Um, So that you could see where that would be a problem if you're not on the same page. So say you actually know how you feel and you express your love, and then they're like, whoa, that's, you know what I mean? I'm not there. And then like 3 years later, they could be like, oh, fuck, I do love that person, shit. And, and that could explain the begging thing. But look, and then their subconscious block is too busy. You use being busy as an excuse not to date. You must make time for a partner. Like, so this could be a masculine that's like, I've got too much work, like I can't put time into like someone's gonna expect too much of me. But it's just an excuse, it's fear. Um or for people where they have settled in other relationships, it's like that person doesn't demand growth in me. I can just sort of chill out however I am, and I don't need to grow and change, and I can just stay in the ways that suit me. Um it sounds pretty boring to me. I want somebody that helps me grow. I want somebody who's going to call me out my shit. Do you know what I mean? And like help me see a different, like, oh yeah, I never thought about it that way. Do you know what I mean? It's like a bit boring if someone's just like really agreeable and not challenging you and just letting you get away with shit all the time. Right, in the conscious mind, let's see if the Dirty Dancing card comes out because I saw it before I started shuffling. Oh my God, yeah, kind of fits with the rest of it. Consciously, the feminine knows there's something shocking coming. There's shocking news, a shocking revelation, which you might have already had, an epiphany, or a tower moment where this person just fucking turns up out of nowhere. That's what the tower moment is. And as you can see in this one, it's a man and a woman falling from a tower. I always think they look like twins because they look like they're wearing similar clothes. But I feel they're trying to say like you're going through quite similar stuff. So it's like what I just said about I'm gonna put that back, but I just can't be bothered changing the thumbnail to be honest. Um, it's exactly, I feel that's backing up what I said. whatever you went through as a feminine, this masculine's going through similar, but it might be years later. Sometimes you might go through the same stuff at the same time, but I think there's quite a gap with when you go through things. Um, but I nearly got chills. That's them on their way. I wouldn't be surprised that card comes out that says I'm on my way. This is someone turning up at the door. This is the text. This is the frantic calls. This is emails. I don't know, a letter. You know what I mean? It's like this is somebody, a moon pig. This is somebody taking action. That's also the arrows of love. So if you're the group of feminines, you're not wrong. You feel a shocking, sudden moment come in with them, and you're right. They're incoming. Whether it's like what I'm saying, like it was saying Virgo season, which is in a few weeks, or the fall, which is autumn. I don't say the fall, um, but I actually feel for some it's like by the fall you'll have been seeing each other a while. You know what I mean? It's like I feel for a lot of people like something's like incoming. You know what I mean? Because the A1's is fast as fuck. It's like do you know what it is? It's actually it could even be like that's actually the weekend because the post shadow ends at the weekend. So that's when a lot of, things like that can happen very fast at the weekend. What is the weekend again? It's Gemini moon. So oh yeah, and Gemini is communication. We'll find out when I channel that live stream. That's going to be interesting because that's going into the Lionsgate portal because the Lionsgate portal is on Saturday. So that could be some magical portal gateway unions. If you had, my God, if you had a union on the Lionsgate portal, that would be pretty magical. We've had a few people in the Soul family had their kids on the Lionsgate portal, like twin flames. Um, it. What is it with me? That face is a constant thing. Look, I shuffled the 78 cards. To be honest, I don't know if they're all there, but looks like most of them are. And it came out again. If you're new around here, that's what they always do with me. I'm saying that's the message. They're coming. And that was the shorts for today. It said, I am coming, trust. After I've been betrayed. I've went through a painful ending. I've trusted people over you that have backstabbed me. I've chose people over you that have let me down. But I'm willing to admit that now. I'm going to get cards that are going to wordy cards, and I think they're going to be quite intense. I'm sorry I hurt you. I never meant to. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's just someone delaying on a bit of a message and a bit of a delaying on a bit of a romantic energy and battling with their ego, but they're going to do it. Because look, so look at the way I channeled that. Whether it's a dragon or a lion, I always say the same thing. Look, I've been humbled. You've humbled my ego. Potentially in the season of the ego, Leo season, my ego has been crushed. I played games. I want to come and be a man. I've got an axe. I've got a checked shirt. I'm a lumberjack. I'm going to take some page kind of action, and I'm going to work my way up to some knight. Come on, we want to see a king. I've been watching things about kings and queens and princes and come on, where's the king? What are you gonna be like when you come in? Ask and you shall receive. Sorry, there's a fairy godmother in that too. I'm the king of cubs. I love you. He's got a big shell. He's like, I've always loved you. I've held all this loving for you. That's why I was building up with a page, and then I was going into a knight, and I was kind of moving the chess pieces because I don't want to put myself too out there. But then I'm just going, fuck it, I love you. I'm not confused about that. I'm not stuck in my head. Oh, that's interesting because remember at the start it was like this person could be stuck in their head or stuck in a karmic situation. So I'd say someone was stuck in their karmic situation and stuck in their head. Maybe stuck in their head about leaving a karmic situation and now they're not. And this is when that's why they're like, incoming, speedy. Right, let's use these cards. So, and this is all the conscious mind, by the way. This is quite exciting. So, what are you wanting to say? These are intense cards. I want to come back home to you. You're where I belong. That's the one that comes out all the time. Oh, see, and this card just humbled me because that's really going to hit quite hard for a few people. Look, because remember what I said? That's how it can be the light and the shadow. Aries is children. Sorry, Leo sun is children, Aries moon is children, and inner child. And remember we got the wee boy that looked triggered. So I'm saying wee boy, it could be a wee girl that's a masculine too. But it's like inner child wounds that said something about. And this says I'm overcoming childhood trauma. This thing is going crazy, man. It was saying 15 people a minute ago, and now it's saying one. It's like, what there? Unless they're trying to tell me something about it, it's all a lie. Especially if it's like if this person's made out, if they've ghosted you and kind of made out, or actually if, because that's the thing, if someone's ghosted you and you haven't heard from them, that it does leave you to your own devices, which is very dangerous, and you've come up with all these different scenarios, and it could be this person's working through childhood trauma. And yes, that usually goes along with addictions and toxic people and stuff like that. But then, it's like this is somebody that's been doing something about it. Or still, like I said, or still moving through stuff. Like stabilizing your energy. Like, we've all been in a place where you're like, I'm just, I don't want to be around a lot of people. I'm too emotional right now. Or it's Pisces moon in my case. Hello, thumbnail. I know we're twin flames. That's why I was channeling the King of Cups like that. I accept it. I know it. I surrender. I love you. I've tried to run away from this. I can't. I've tried to run into other people I can't. I've been learning a lot about spirituality. Hello, beside I know twin flames. So this person could have been watching stuff like this. Could be watching you if you do it, or it's and that came out again. I'm overcoming childhood trauma. Now is not the right time. It's sideways. It's nearly in reverse. That's what I mean. Like, there's something that this person's working through. Yeah, I know we're twin flames, a divine masculine. I could just put that in the thumbnail. I miss kissing you. That's one of my favourite cards. Could have struggles with money because that's in reverse, but not now, or it's getting better. That'd make sense with all the legal stuff coming through, actually, if that's part of it. I don't want this to be over with us. Trust me. And then there's the same as that other card, but it's in reverse. I fear that if you get too close, you'll hurt me, but somebody must be working through that, and I'm sorry for lying to you, because the truth is I love you, and I just said that a minute ago, because they're just speaking through me. We've got the thumbnail, but again, it's all the toxic shit. It doesn't really get across the... Oh, wait a minute. Those cards are still here, actually. I could still... Yeah, I could still grab some of them. Oh, that's in the wrong place. But there. Karmic lesson. I think maybe that's... Oh, no. This is so annoying. I think I better just decide at the end because there's quite a few good. I'm going to put them there and I'll get it at the end. Am I really the only one watching? No, it lies. This is what I'm saying. Thank you for letting me know that you're still watching, Katie. It totally lies. The view counters are always off. It's the same with Twitter. Yeah, but sometimes I've said this before. I think it does that because because you know me well by now. I get really overwhelmed because I usually say it out loud, but at one point I was like, "That's not done that." But it was saying 15 people watching, but in reality, it is sometimes I get off these ones and it's already like 99 views or 70 views and stuff. So. What is it? Was it 15 people watching? How's there 70 views then? Do you know what I mean? I just, whatever. I'm just showing up and putting the message out. But yeah, I felt a love bomb coming. I felt that I love you card coming out. So I do feel this, it's going to spill out this person. Like they have to send a message, they have to call, they have to show up, or all of it. They have to express how they feel because they already know time's running out or it's been and gone. I miss holding you. I miss you. Just in case you're really not. I'm coming back soon. And I'm thinking about making you an offer. Oh my God, this is just. Could you? I mean, what the fuck with the thumbnail? I'm going to put it here and I'm going to have to say Divine Masculine. I know we're twin flames. I love you. That one. I like that. Karmic cycle, but I mean, it's. I'm coming back. Fucking hell. I'm coming back soon. I'm thinking about making you an offer. Thinking's no good. Aries is about action. I miss you. Um, Aries is not time for thinking, Divine Masculines. It's time for action, okay? As I keep saying, Leo Sun, passion, Aries Moon, passion, action, action, being brave, being bold. It's not the Pisces Moon anymore, that was the weekend. Everything I do it for our future. Well, that's quite nice, beside I'm coming back soon and I'm thinking about making an offer. No one makes me feel the way you do. Yeah, this person's very, 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 very sure. All the people in this energy, there's no doubt about it. I think, again, going back to what is the thing here, is I don't think this is an ex that's happily moved on. I think this is like exes that watch this person's every move, play games, try to lure them back. Some of them might have even been successful with that, and then this is like when they're losing their grip on them kind of thing. But it's and now they've lost the grip and that's why they're angry. Oh my God, I just can't. This is just so annoying. Where are those? Yeah, look, spiritual awakening, soul mission, purpose, path, awakening, soul mission, signs and synchronicity. Persons woke up. They've woke up. That's why they got me to put a king awakening from a spell before I actually knew what this was all going to be about, because I knew it was about twin flame journey. I won't put it on thumbnail because it didn't come out, but they guided me to it. Right. I think we need the hot man. Well, will we do the hot man cards at the end? Because I think they'll be exciting at the end. But that's maybe why I'm still fiddling about with the. Right. Wait a minute. I'm just going to do it now. Right. I need to get. We need some boss daddy. Yeah, could be an entrepreneur, business owner that's moving. Oh my God, from karmic ties. Yeah, that was one of the ones I pulled out. Um, Massive regrets, heartbreak. Sorry, I'm just going to try and find. I don't think it was even that. I think it was that other date. It was. Nah. What was it? Legal Matters Drama Starter. I think it's that other deck. Oh, hello, Marie. How are you doing? Marie, you're Leo, aren't you? Are you not Leo, Sun and Moon? Happy belated birthday if it's already been your birthday, or happy upcoming birthday. Right, where's. It's in this deck. I'm just going. Ah, there it is. There it is. It's still. I think we need. Oh, actually, it's this. There we go. So it's still too many cards. I'll sort that out. There's a lot of contenders for the thumbnail. I'll know by the end. Right. So, kind of lost where we at. Right. That's enough for the conscious mind. So, although I think to be fair, let's get one back from the. What's the feminine saying back in the conscious mind and the now sort of energy? Back to all of that. Like, I'm coming back soon. I've went through a karmic lesson. I love you. Just going to show up unexpectedly. Gonna shock the hell out of you. Oh, oh, that card always likes to come out. Mum says hung up. So there was a mother of some sort had an issue somewhere. I don't contact you to give you space when all I want is to be around you at least. Sad face. I I see your birthday numbers everywhere. Literally done that tonight. I think that was on the other live. And posted something about, well, when I've screenshotted the numbers, it was at his again. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. So this is given the feminine's very supportive of the masculine finally getting out of the karmic cycles and patterns because the feminine knows how difficult it is to do that too, because you've done it too. Which I think that's what a lot of masculines can forget. Especially when you unhealthily put people on a pedestal, which you've both done to each other. But that is the truth of it. Whatever shit and, painful endings and betrayal this person's going through, you've went through it too. And that's where I think a lot of the guilt's coming from too, because they know that, but also they could have been somebody that's done it to you as well in reality. Um, I'm so proud that you're my divine masculine. See, it's all supportive energy, so um just want one of these because I don't use this deck very much, and it's these are really specific. It's always like, you were my best friend. You understood me like nobody else did, or I want to reach out, but it's too late. You've moved on. If any of them come out, that'll be interesting. Um, well, I am indeed baby girl, and I'm feeling all the feels. It's on the 5th. Ah, yes. So, yes, not too far away. Well, happy birthday when it comes. What have we got? Oh, yeah, fits. I'm sorry for judging you and hurting your feelings. At least I don't need to worry about that for the thumbnail because it's too small anyway. So this person judged you wrongly. See, there's injustice. And they're aware that they hurt your feelings. I'm working on myself so I can give you the love and relationship you deserve. Oh, come through. We're loving these messages. And that's why it's like, things are, there's a lot of energy about that. Like, this person's coming back soon. They're just sort of, I don't know, closing out something or wrapping up something. Fierce serenity with a lion on it. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. That's where this person's been. This person's been safer in the silence because they're afraid of what you're going to say when you speak. There's no way around that, is there? There's no way around that. Well, there is a way around it. You could just continuously ghost a person for the rest of your life and hope that you don't awkwardly bump into them somewhere, especially if you're with other people and stuff like that. But I don't know. Divine Masculine seem to be happy doing that, so I don't know. But that's not what this group of people are doing. My spirit is always with you. Can you feel me? Do you still love me too? I want to contact our mutual friends to ask about you. You've likely not got any mutual friends. Let's get real. It's quite funny. It's true though, isn't it? Like, as I look at, to be fair, I've not used this deck for a while. Like, you've likely not got any mutual friends. You might have, but and any mutual friends that you would contact to ask it, I don't think they're trustworthy. I wouldn't do that, whoever's thinking about doing that. I'm resisting my desire for you because that's kind of like what I just said. Because it's too late now. We've grown apart and you moved on. That is literally what I just quoted. So yeah, that's all the stuff that this person's been working through. Right, okay, so what karmic lessons is the feminine learning or something that needs to be released? Again, you could have already worked through this, but let's see what comes out. Oh my God, I love it. Serendipity, one of my favourite words. That's the tower moment that's coming towards you. The karmic lesson that you've mastered is, oh, this is kind of exciting, like there's going to be a happy accident at some point, like well, actually, I can't channel that now in the way that I was doing it because I wouldn't like that. It's kind of like, so again, some people might find that I wouldn't, that would just stress, that even stresses me thinking about it. I actually plan things so that I don't, there's no way that could happen. You can't control everything. But basically, it's kind of like, if you think about the film setting, fuck, that is what that's called, eh? With the John guy and the Kate thingy. Serendipity, I was just called that, eh? Where, they meet And then they do this whole fate thing and they swap numbers and then they don't, they lose contact and they get with other people. They even get engaged to other people and almost marry other people, but they keep thinking about each other. So it's very, very twin flamey. But they keep all the signs keep leading them back to each other. And remember, that's those cards said signs and synchronicities and uh, did it say awakening in it? And that's what feels happening to the masculine. It's exactly like in that film when um they're both just seeing everything to do with the other person, and it's like you can't escape it. Um, and then I've never got this before, but I kind of feel like even other people that know about the two of you would be like, oh my God, I keep seeing stuff that reminds me of you talking about that person. I don't even know how that'd be a thing, but they're trying to tell me something like that. Um, but yeah, I do feel that it's like something, that's what it is. Like, that'll mean different things to different people, but something's going to happen serendipitously. Serendipity means happy accident. So you don't want to bump into this person when you're running for a pint of milk. You're like, they don't even live anywhere near me. You've ran out of the house with no makeup, you've no brushed your teeth, you fucking go and get the pint of milk. You're coming out, you bag into them or something. I wouldn't give a fuck, to be honest. I wouldn't be doing that anyway. I'd be calling a Just Eat, but anyway. But, or you meticulously choose nights out and places where you don't think this person will be out or you don't think they'll go there, and guess what? They're there, and that's because you're their twin flame. I've done that in the past for years. Like if it was, I don't know, if things were weird and I didn't want to bump into him, I would. Because what you resist persists. But then it's like I've said before, it's kind of like you kind of do and you kind of don't. Because you're like, I would want to bump into him if he was kind of going to be at me and it was going to be a happily ever after and I'm going home with him. But it's kind of like, I wouldn't want to bump into him if he's like, kind of chatting up everybody in the fucking, and I'm just stuck in this fucking place and it's like, this is hell. That's happened before too. You know what I mean? It's kind of like but something's going to happen that's out of your control. It's a tower moment. Or it's like I said, it's just somebody getting in touch with you or coming to your house or something, or I think the lesson there is you can't control everything. Like something like that's going to happen to someone watching this. Better fucking not be me anyway. Right, so what is this? Time for a nap. Yes, time for a nap. So again, Divine Feminine, I feel one of the lessons you've mastered is just rest. Just be in your feminine energy. This is not your call. The masculine needs to be in the masculine energy. I still feel connected to you, but I've waited too long to reach out. Is it too late for us? That's the one I directly quoted. That's two cards saying the same thing. This person feels like time's ran out. There's two cards saying that. They feel like they've missed a major deadline. The edge of evolution feels messy. But you know what I mean? You change when you change, you grow when you grow, and that's the chances you take. And this is somebody that's like going in between, it's too fucking late. They're going to tell me to do one. But what if they don't? And it's like they're kind of going in and out. And then they're just going to go for it. P to be fair. Now, how interesting, not for you, but it was in reverse. So at some point, and this has got a fortune cookie on it, that's like that film. At some point, this person was telling themselves that, this wasn't right. We're not for each other. You know what I mean? It was good memories, but it's not for me. They can't do that anymore. Out of denial. To be fair, that's not true. Right, TikTok, look. TikTok for the new life. You're at a fork in the road. Oh my God, this is why they made me use these cards, because I haven't used them for months. Look. TikTok, time's running out for a new life. You're at a fork in the road. You either stay in the old life where this person's going through an awakening, miserable, not happy, and there's a change in the wind. Or they choose the fork in the road, which is a scary path to the milk and honey. That can be a bit dirty. If you know, you know. I'm not really getting into it, but it's not in the deck, but that's just what I think. Um, you know, that's terrible. Clean it up. Yeah, clean up your Fucking dirty sense of humor, Claire. That's terrible. I'm blaming some sort of sexual guys here. Something. Look, 21, clean it up. World coming full circle. Clean it up. The higher power is saying it's time to clean this situation up. You've got a loyal heart. Go and show it. You've put the toxic tribe, the tribe in reverse behind you. You're going through a spiritual awakening. Why is this happening? But look, if you don't, you're in a never-ending. So yeah, if you don't, this is all the masculine's karmic lessons. If you don't, you're in a never-ending story where you're always thinking about the divine feminine and always wondering. A song's just come on, Heaven for Everyone, Queen. But before I knew it was the band Queen, I was thinking like this person sees you as their queen, their empress. But they did choose all that glitters in the past. They look 16 a tournament. They chose all that glitters is not gold, and they found that out the hard way. And also again, I feel they could have thought that about you. This is too good to be true. What's wrong with this person? They're like my dream person. And because it's in reverse, they're like, oh God, it was real. I sabotaged it. And I did choose the all that glitters isn't gold because we saw that and they're cleaning it up now, whatever happened. Go the distance. I'm going to sing Hercules. I will find my way. I can go the distance. No place like home. That's what they've realised that you are their peace. You feel like home. And you're the person that will make them happy, happy. They're done with being by the book, but they are exhausted. Here and now, that's just clarifying that this stuff's happening now to this person. And look, they're taking the building blocks, the growth and the action. Well, whenever they take it, it's a surprise. Right, so shadow work. I'm singing Hercules to myself. I will find my way. I can go the distance. I know every mile will be worth my while. Um, let's get the Hot Man cards for the shadow work. We'll probably use them again, but let's see. What's this card? Dreaming of you, nostalgia, fantasy, wishful thinking. Yeah, absolutely. That's coming through loud and clear that someone has been fantasizing, dreaming, wishing, hoping, manifesting, and it's crunch time. Time's running out, whatever that means for different people. Right, okay, what for the shadow work for the masculine, what so this would be a truth that is hard to admit, but they're facing or they need to face. Something they want to say makes perfect sense. I'm growing up. I get attention from others online. Oh, I remember the first card was showing out earlier. That's like showing off and stuff. Look at me, look at me. I get attention from others online and in person, but it does nothing for me except boost my pride and ego, which is the shadow of this energy right now. I'm stepping away from all that because that's no longer important to me. Yeah, I'm growing up. Like, I'm not, doesn't float my boat. It's like short-lived, it's empty. And when I go to sleep at night, I'm seeing you and wishing it was you beside me. And when I'm waking up in the morning, I'm thinking the same thing. So this is somebody that's like in the feels. I I lust for you. I mean, look, guys, I did just say when I go to sleep at night, and when I wake up in the morning, I think that's the other part of that. I'm lusting for you. When I look at you, sometimes my desire takes me over. That primal need for you makes me want to rip. Oh, it's this one. Rip off your clothes and have you right there. Oh my God, yeah, that's Leo Sun Aries Moon right now. And I'm a dick card. I'm a dick. I'm sorry that I lied to you. It was wrong. I'm admitting that now. I'm a dick. Hurting you hurts me. I think I did say earlier in this too. I felt a card like that was going to come. Well, I think I actually said, oh, I did say I'm sorry, and it does say I'm sorry on it. And I care. There's another I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ignoring you, making you doubt how I feel. It was selfish of me. I care about you now as well. The guy with the chessboard, this guy is admitting, all the guys in this energy, because these are guys on these cards, are admitting they played games. They tried to don't know, trick you in some way. Trick you into thinking they don't like you, trick you into thinking whatever, trick you, blah blah blah, just bullshit. I feel like there's a reason we have been brought together, like we have a mission together, and I want to be a part of that, so I'm learning my lessons. That's someday waking up to the connection. And I feel one more, and I need to work on myself and try to clear my head. Yeah, that's came through strongly in this too, that like, this is like, there's stuff someone is needing to work through because we're all needing to work through something. So that's, I think that's what I'm always saying. That's the point. We're all working through something. You can't keep saying that to yourself. You can for a period of time, but you can't keep saying that to yourself all the time because we're all always working on something and time is always passing by. So yeah, use your discernment with that one. But I do feel this person's just going to take some kind of tower moment, sudden action. Um, when they realise what I just said themselves. So what? Oh wait a minute, we didn't do. We can't be skipping the feminine shadow work, right? Free will. The path you take is up to you. You see, that's interesting. I get that because that's shadow work, and that's kind of like if you were going to lean into your dark side. The path you take is up to you. Like you could, like I said, you could choose to like not ever speak to this person or not forgive them or either forgive them and hear them out and not take them back. But let's get real here. If you're a divine feminine and someone's coming in humbled, genuine, that's not going to happen. You know, like it's not bullshit here. But they're just saying, if you do your deep, you could, you've got your own free will, you could walk away, but I don't think you have got free will. I don't think you have on this journey. I don't believe in free will. I think it's bullshit. With not everything, but with a lot of things. Forgiveness. And I do feel this is, if you're being honest with yourself, if you're not in denial, I feel forgiveness is what you would want to do. I feel forgiveness is what you're all about. The act of forgiveness releases tension. So does other things. And that's what this person wants to do. Arrival. Yep. So I'm sorry. I'm done here. We're not finished yet, but this is, look, arrival. Love may be just around the corner. It is, because this person's going to just pop up on you at some point. They're going to be arriving soon. And I'm sick of saying that on these because I don't like saying things like that, but it keeps coming out of my mouth because it feels like the energy. And then look, it's like a grandma angel. So I've always channeled with this card that that's like an ancestor or like a grandparent spirit or something, and they're pulling me up to that dove again, like somebody looking out for you. Separation is not the end, but the separation is ending. See what I did there? Right, so what would help with inner union? Oh my God, I'm feeling really tired now. Let's use these again. What would help with inner union? Confusion, turmoil? I don't think that would help. Can we get more on that? Yeah, so for the feminine, right, for your inner union, you can either be tearing your head out in confusion about what's going on with your masculine, which you might have actually been doing at that full moon just, what was it, Wednesday or Thursday there, or you could focus on your own magic and miraculous energy and manifestations. Focus on what is going right in your life and being grateful and keep visualizing the highest outcome, the highest timeline for your inner union. So it's basically you can either choose to worry and think all the worst case scenarios, or you can choose to let go and surrender, focus on what makes you happy and grateful. And what you can do is keep visualizing what you want to come about. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, that's I'm just saying again, something's coming about in Virgo season for some people watching this. And dream big because this person, that's the person dreaming. Like they're manifesting you and you're manifesting them and they're dreaming. And that's, you need to be in feminine energy because they're in masculine and it's about to pay off. All that, man, you could be coming in a lot of abundance too. But again, if you're actually going to be in a physical union, that is when abundance comes in. But it's kind of like, it's about to pay off. All the hard work's about to pay off. New doors are opening, new home. So again, this could be some really drastic ones where, I don't know, like getting away and, that won't be for everyone because it's not practical for everyone, but it's something like, or like moving in together really quickly or something, or Christ, I hope, God, when I'm pulling all these cards about a guy with a moving box and then like saying that, that's quite funny. I've just moved out from somebody last Tuesday and I just want to move in with you. So, oh, probably is a thing now that I'm saying it right. So, what else? We'll use this wee deck. Increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to abundance and help of opportunities. There's the abundance coming in that I just said. I really need to find the rest of that deck because I like that one. Right, what else would help with inner union? The same card that came out when I done this for Sunday. What day is today? Yeah, yesterday. This was yesterday's card. The sacred union of bodies, two becoming one, physical connection. Exactly. The fantasizing, the dreaming about the spiritual union needs to become a physical union. And that's why shirtless man with honest communication is coming in. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation. Now keep in mind that's what would help your union right now. Is basically to take action towards the physical union. And then, just in case you didn't get the message, we got sacred union, physical, whatever. Now we've got love language, physical touch. A tender touch means so much. Doesn't always need to be that kind of saucy, spicy physical touch. That can just be a hug or somebody touching your hand. But something tells me I think this is going to be a bit stronger than that. Um, so what are some possible? So if you've not seen this bit, this is where I just pull a few cards for what people could get help with in a session. I'm just going to go to this again. What have we got? I'll do three of them. To be happy, happy. So if you're not happy, happy, and you want to activate that happiness, let's do a soul retrieval for your happiness. Somewhat needs one for overthinking. It's got thinking in reverse. Sorry, there's a bird there. Don't know if it came through like that, but clearing energy and hiccuping and clean it up. And if you're going through bad karma and you're needing some sort of support with that, a higher power, and so we can contact the ancestors and the guides and help you with whatever. And what do we need to know about the future? I like to use a specific deck for that. Oh no, I've just realised something. Shit, this is the first time I've forgot that. I didn't do the healing thing at the start, so I'll do it at the end. I've started doing a wee close, so I'll do it at the end. Look, time again. Time. Fuck. Got the things to do. Time. Schedule a sacred date with yourself. You deserve time for your life. Where is that? Yes. Ugh. Right, so this is the outcome for the people that resonate with this. This is what's coming next. So if we get anything about communication or union or expressing your love, emotions, yep, there's very deep emotions. We saw the King of Cups. Look deep within your emotions. The King of Cups as well, it's interesting because it is somebody that has a whole load of love for you, but a lot of the time it could be somebody that doesn't tell you. Or it could be that, like, I've got all this love and I need to tell you, but I feel with that particular tarot card, because he's shouting it through a shell, I more felt this is somebody that wants to tell you. But, like, they've always had this love for you and they haven't told you. Remarkable, there's the wee rings, union energy. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. This person is noticing everything. And again, there's the childhood stuff, healing family issues, or like I said, parents have had a problem with this, one or both, because of all the signs that come through. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So yeah, I mean, it's that was in that program earlier. Do you know what I mean? It's like people telling you what to do and feeling like you have to go along with it until you snap out the spell and you're like, wait a minute, I'm a grown ass adult. I can actually do what I want. Um, and then there's more forgiveness, forgiving and learning. And I always say the same thing, but it's like that guy's like, fucking hell, I can't believe I done that to you. And the other person's like, it's okay, it was shit, but I forgive you. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Oh, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I always feel that's about, we skipped engagement, the marriage, went straight to a honeymoon. I always feel that's about going on holiday because it looks like it's Venice or something. Like getting away together. And the first card was retreat, trust. Oh no, that was in the other one, but they're connected. This situation's calling for you to have faith, yeah. Whoever this resonates with, I feel you've had to have a lot of faith because I feel someone's been left, the feminine's been left really in the dark here because that's been coming through loud and clear. But I think there's been a good reason. Like that, I mean, lost for words. Look how toxic that energy was. Make the effort. Great love is worth guiding the steps your guide is taking. There's the one with the wee boy's like, please listen to me. I can explain. I've got these new feelings that have been awakened for me. For you, for me. Oh, you know what I mean. They've arisen. I'm starting my spiritual journey. I've awakened. There's been a lot of obstacles. Look for ways around the happiness. But look, it's a wee couple in the sunset. Nothing's getting in the way. I recognise what this is now. It was confusing before, but now I want to honour it. And I keep seeing synchronicity everywhere I go. I feel like the telepathy is very strong for whoever's resonating with this. Freaking the other person out. Love is in the air when Cupid's around. And yep, there's a surprise. You may be about to be surprised. Your connection is eternal, unbreakable. Like the program I'm watching, where they find each other in lifetimes. Right, shit. Far too many thumbnail options, but we'll. And then the last ones is this one, and then I'm going to my fucking bed, guys, because I knew it when I said it. Look at that. I wasn't planning that at all. But when did I say that I'd be here till? 1. What time is it? 4 minutes to 1. Never fails. Whenever I say, even if it sounds like I'm joking, and even if I think I'm joking, which I know better now, it's, oh, look, it's always that time. Memories, flashbacks, trauma, side of it. Yeah, this person's haunted. And again, look, there's autumn energy again with October. Like something, this person's absolutely haunted by flashbacks and whatever. And they can't, I think what they're saying is they can't go through another winter without you. It's like, it's already cold and miserable and lonely for this person. And they're just in between world, and it's true love. And that's, I mean, I've finished using that deck, and I mean, is that or is that not the program I'm watching just now with the true love? You know what I mean? That's so funny. True love comes when you least expect it. Yeah, there's a lot of energy about shock, surprise. Right, give me the new earth energy for this, and then I'm gonna. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's from the other day. Still, but see, it's still around. Look, true love, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. True love comes when you least expect it. Unless, I can't remember what one that was, unless it's like whatever I've channeled here is connected to wherever that came out. Oh, fuck knows. What if God was one of us? That song just came on. You got the love, Hadrian energy, codependency, boundaries. Again, I'm not using this deck either, but it must be important. Somebody or both of you have dealt with codependency and boundary issues. Saturn retrograde was conjunct the moon when I started all of this. In Aries, helping you assert your boundaries and assess your boundaries and uh, oh my god, resolution. Oh what? Oh my god. Yeah, this is just yeah, I mean, it's just I never used it. That's what I've been saying throughout the whole thing. Because that programme I'm probably about I can't go and watch it, it's too late to put the telly on at this time. But old timelines collapsing. Insights, higher self embodiment, expression. That's what's happening here. This person stepped into their highest timeline, their higher self, or this is when this happens, and they're not very far away from doing this, or they're there now, and they're just apprehensive. But there's a resolution coming. And all the old timelines are collapsing, and that's exactly like why they've got me to watch Once Upon a Time, because get used to it. I'll be talking about it for months now because I'm going to be watching the series right in it next year, but it's like every episode is going to align with what I'm channeling, because that's happened with other things I've watched in a scary, crazy way. Some things privately, so most of the things but some things it's like you wouldn't even believe. Like I've had people be with me and actually anybody that's with me, what will they see what I mean? You'd only see what I mean if you're with me, and even people in my past would be able to back that up. That crazy synchronicity, but yeah, it's not a coincidence I'm saying that reminds me of timelines, because it's like a fairy tale world mixed in with a modern world, and what happens there affects the other. But to me, that is just like past, present, future. It's all happening simultaneously, and that is the truth. And one day, more and more people will believe that, and it won't be like, what are you talking about? It's like it'll just be accepted. And it's, there's a lot of people in the world that do just accept that. But that's the time we're in now. Whenever we're building up to the Lionsgate portal and the Sirius energy and stuff, oh actually, wait a minute, this deck has Sirius cards in it. Yeah, Atlantean Soul. Look, I keep picking up cards by accident, but it's not an accident. That's serendipity. Your Atlantean soul brings service to humanity and an awareness of universal identity. That's the masculine waking up to their ancient past life gifts. Can't remember what I was saying there, guys. Got distracted by. I'm just right. This isn't all of them, but oh my god, there's tons because it's like, oh, that's not even all of that deck. Let's see. Let's see if any Sirius energy comes out. But yeah, it's heightened spiritual awakening. It's massive twin flame union energy. It's all going on, and you're being called. Are you hearing the call? Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. And I've kept channeling. The time is now. And then I've saw people after me saying the same thing. The time is now. It's time to step up. That's mainly for the masculine. Unless you're a feminine that's not doing what you're meant to be doing. Who or what is triggering you? And look, when I said that as well, Sister of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So especially if you're kind of hiding your gifts or something, which again I know all about. Have a personal session, I can help you that, or I talk about it all the time. Took me a lot to be sitting here doing this, looking like I'm just fucking like it's easy. Because it is easy now, but it wasn't easy to get. I was terrified. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? Trust your path. Love it. We didn't get a race card, but whatever. Um, what's this? Oh, 10 of wardens. 10 of wardens. 10 of wardens, though. We've got prison. We've got a guy in handcuffs. Now I just said wardens by mistake. What am I picking up on? 10 of burdens. Yeah, dove of peace. There's a peaceful, harmonious resolution incoming. Stay in the heart, all is well, be at peace. So what you're guided to do is, if you're the feminine, stay in your heart. Okay, make the wee dove bird again. Guide, stay in your heart and don't go into your head, because that's where you're going to be overthinking everything. And the masculine, stay in your heart as well, and don't both. This the guidance is for both people. Lemurian egg, rest, reintegration of divine portals, and find some time during this Lionsgate portal, either at the actual weekend or the days surrounding, to rest and integrate this strong energy coming through. Divine feminine. We've got another look. Receive your birthright, unconditional love. Yeah, the divine feminines are about to receive their birthright, which is the divine masculine. That's quite cool. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Oh my god. I'm going to be about 10 minutes deciding the thumbnail. And then, just in case you didn't get the timeline thing, there's another one. Multiple dimensions, timelines, be you, don't even try to fit in. Right, I'm done now, but I'm going to stay here and pick the thumbnail. Oh my god. Yep, and of course I am finishing at 1, so funny. Right. Look, look at What am I going to title it? I'm going to title it something about timelines. Masculine, divine, feminine. Nah, that one's, don't need that one. We'll use that one. True love, I think, needs to go into it. Surprise. Don't know if we need any of the hot man cards. Maybe the grown up one, but right. There's too many of these. I feel like there does need to be some sort of something about the toxicity in this, because there was a lot of it. Oh my god, this is. I know people think I'm joking. I'm not even joking. This is really annoying me because I want to put them all in, but it's like about 50 cards. What am I gonna do? Maybe this is the dilemma this person's in. I know we're twin flames. I love you. You know, I'm just gonna end up go fucking chucking them everywhere. Too many. I can't hold all them. Oh no, I'm tired now. Oh shit, I forgot I wanted that. Oh no, this is just annoying. I'm putting that because that's maybe just that. Because that looks like somebody's no happy. Right, so yeah, eventually. Sorry guys, but I mean it's basically over now. I'm just trying to find the thumbnail. Toxic behaviour from an ice queen. I'll not put that one. Although that is true, we'll not put that one because the person's going to do something about it. Oh, wait a minute. This is suddenly, I think they're helping me out. This is suddenly all fitted. This is, see when I'm doing this is still channeling a message actually. Look, I think I've just miraculously managed to fit loads of cards together. I'll not speak too soon, yeah, because you can see Divine Masculine, see Divine Feminine. You can see I know we're twin flames, I love you. That's enough. And then I can hold them. We might need to skip surprise. We'll just leave that out too. Or and then, but that's a big part of it. Some type of controlling, toxic, someone held somebody back. Right. And of course, this is where I remember again that when I put the thumbnail on, this picture is so tiny that why did I just bother doing that? Yeah, fuck it, that's totally fine. Because it's tiny, that's fine. I'm happy. Bit of a perfectionist, guys. And it's by no means perfect thumbnails, but it's clear thumbnails, and that's what I care about more. I'm not trying to be like anybody else other than me because, quite frankly, when I see that out there in all genres, it makes me cry. I saw something else like that today. Actually, it's what I've mentioned before. It's like not anything to do with like what I do. It's like it's like food things and other fields that I watch, and it's just I felt quite sorry for the girl. Like someone had actually put in the comments, "You're trying to be like her," and I do agree. Like every time I see this guy, I'm like, God, man, she just needs to sort of be herself, and it wouldn't. But anyway, so we're gonna. Oh, wait a minute. The ending card. Right, we're gonna cleanse energy of that because a lot of it was toxic, but it ends in true love and blah 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 blah. So it's just very very like Once Upon a Time that I'm watching right now, where he's like not remembering the one he's in love with, and then he's going to remember and blah blah blah. Right. Close that energy, sending prayers to people, hoping that that's people's past energy and not what's going on now, or that if it's what's going on now, that they get strength to get out of it. And come back and let me know if it happens in Virgo season or soon or whatever. Right, what deck will we end it on? Oh my god, my back's fucking hurting. No wonder I've been sitting here for ages. I did pick a deck out and now I'm like, what was it? I think it was, oh no, I think it was dolphin ones, but we're not using, we just used them. Let's use, to be fair, I might need to, if that's the only one that's book is sitting here. God, this has got a bit much to mess. Like, oh no, no, no. Oh no, the long ones. Right, okay, let's do it. Because these are the ones we've been using, so we'll do it. I'm going to turn this off. Right. So, I normally have been doing this at the start, but I forgot. So, just as always, time's an illusion, so we'll just do it now. So, if you want to do this, I invite you to close your eyes. And thank you for tuning in if you watched all of it, especially if it made fuck all sense to you. Really appreciate that. um, but yeah, close your eyes and breathe in, telling yourself relax. And sorry, I know I don't need to wait much longer, but I really do actually think I need to drink something because I hadn't drank. Shit, I haven't drank any in the whole time actually. God, I brought through a big bottle of water, but I just realised I didn't drink any of it. Fuck the straw. That'll do, and then I'll drink loads more when I get off. Cause right, yeah, breathing in, telling yourself relax. Breathing out, telling yourself release. I'll make this a bit quicker than what I usually do. I want you to imagine a cloud of mist forming above the top of your head, a cloud of sagey mist to relax you. And it goes over your soul star chakra especially because we got the card, your light irritates your demons. But I always say the same thing at the soul star. That's your unique spark in the world, and nobody can take that. And it's unique to you. And if somebody tries to emanate that or whatever the word is, emulate it, they'll fail eventually because it's not you. So I don't know for whoever needs to hear that, but it's coming out. So now the energy goes down over the crown chakra, calling in, clearing energy for whatever you connect to, God, higher self, guides, angels, ancestors, universe, whatever you call yours, and then the energy goes down over your third eye, opening your eye up to the truth, especially if there's anyone tuning in that hasn't been able to see. It's because I didn't remind you to drink, that's exactly what it is, but I forgive you. um, it's because I was in the flow. I did drink a lot before though, so it's maybe not too bad, but I mean, that was quite a long time. I mean, that was like, I don't know, how long's this been? Like oh fuck, I don't know, I've lost count. Um, yes. The energy goes down over your third eye, helping you to see what you need to see, especially if there's anything about this that you've not, that connects that you're not seeing. We pray that someday, whoever needs to see what they need to see, sees it. And the energy goes down to your throat chakra, helping you to clear your throat if you need to speak. Let me clear my throat. And also helps you to listen where you need to listen to, because it's not always about talking, it's talking and listening. And then the energy goes down over the higher heart chakra, recalling Saint Germain, the violet flame. It cleanse, clear, and delete any previous requests that no longer serve our highest good, to make way for what will serve our highest good and the highest good of all involved. And I'm just going to add an extra message because I've pulled so many cards about legal stuff today that wherever there is injustice around actual legal situations, that people that are of integrity win. and the truth is seen and the karmic energy is exposed, because that is what I pulled out earlier with the shorts. I think that is the one that maybe had the sound, but if it didn't, maybe it was one of the other ones. And if it's not about actual legal stuff, it's about injustice, like karmically, like, you know, someone's tricked your person or like tainted your view and blah blah blah, or all the other kind, or they've just, sabotaged it themselves and said that you're somebody that you're not, that all of that justice gets sorted out. And then the energy goes down over the solar plexus, calling back your power wherever you've given your power away, knowingly or unknowingly, across all time, space, dimension versus self. Same for your twin flame, with their higher self's permission. And down over the sacral chakra, calling in creativity, fun, passion, desire, wherever anyone's got a blocked sacral chakra for whatever reason, clearing that energy. And now the energy goes down to the root chakra, calling grounding, safety, abundance, balance. Oh, wait a minute, I'm skipping ahead. Skipping timelines before I finish that bit. Yeah, whatever you need at the root chakra. And the roots of the tree go down, 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 all the way down to the bottom of Mother Earth. Release, release, release all the heaviness. Release any of this that I've been tuning into that isn't relevant to your life and you don't want to carry it about. Release it. And again, releasing all the toxicity from this in general and the shorts, because I'm not wanting to soak up that shit. And disconnect from the old earth, fear, lack, negativity with Archangel Michael, and connect to the new earth. Oh, wait a minute. Keeping the lessons, but letting go of the karma and the pain, because the lessons make you who you are. Connect your new cords to the new earth with peace, calm, abundance, balance of the masculine and feminine. And setting a wee private intention before I get you to come out of this and open your eyes if you even closed them. Setting in private intention for if you're going to sleep, like I will be soon after that. Well, every time I do this, I'm totally wired. I'm like staring at the screen and like just, not this screen. Like, I mean, when I go to my bed and I'll just watch loads of videos and not even be taking it in, and I can't go to sleep. But I don't know, I'm really tired because she woke me up so early. I think I will just go to sleep. Yes. I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes. And when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. So, ready to come back now. Otherwise, I'm in danger of falling asleep on here and waking up like, what happened? So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Think about opening your eyes. 1, open your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. What do I feel an energy before I pick the card to tell us? The biggest theme that I've picked up from this is people letting go of very, very toxic people around them. Not a fan of the word toxic, and I know you might not think that because I seem to have to say it a lot, but I just don't. I don't like it, but it is just so relevant for some people, and it was relevant for this. It is toxic friends, it's toxic family, it's toxic present lovers, it's mainly it feels like toxic ex lovers. It's a lot of clearing energy of the past and being able to see what you deserve now. So if you're one of the people that settled for some kind of shitty situation and you're like, God, I can't even believe I've stayed in this venomous situation where I felt orphaned and alone. Well, that's really strange because in Once Upon a Time, there's a character, Jiminy Cricket, and his mum and dad are really nasty and they trick this couple. See what I mean? That's why I wouldn't want my niece watching that. That's too creepy. It's like they turn this innocent couple into like voodoo dolls. But that's like the guy's mum and dad. And then to get free of them, he prays to be, he sets intention to be set free. Oh my god. Fucking hell. As I'm saying that, I just pulled the Queen, and that's my specifically narcissistic mother card. The unseen. Oh yeah, so there's definitely, for some people, it won't be everyone, but there's definitely something about controlling mum or dad or both. Um, yeah, anyway, he asked to be made in, look, the siren, there's the toxic X energy. The village, oh my God. I meant to use this. I think that's why they just made me pick this up. Look. Anyway, I'll finish what I'm saying. He asked to be made into a grasshopper or whatever the fuck it is, a cricket, to get away from. I mean, the mum and dad are that bad that he just wants to get away to freedom. The siren, there's the toxic X, the fucking village, the karmic village. It's a dead end. There's nothing left for this person anymore with these people. Quite sad actually. Look, the shadow. It's a shadow village. I'm just going to put all these cards. Well, I can't bother put them right the right way. Why did I pick these up? What are we needing to know? That information just needed to creep in at the end. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. Oh, the orphan. So clearly that is, there's definitely something. And then shit, I've just realised we had two cards about healing childhood wounds. This is not for everyone, and again, I always give the same buffer because it's sensitive topics. But I always have to back up. But I've got loads of clients that I've helped with this and still help with this, men and women. This isn't just like your mum and dad giving you a bit of bad advice, and then when you explain it to them, they're like, "Oh, sorry, you made us think this, so we thought that." It's like it is just outright not nice, mum or dad or both, because that's what it is in that program. An orphan is given that energy of you could feel alone, but with people, or you are on your own, but cut people out or something. Yeah, the fault line, timeline split, the empty room. As I'm saying, someone's on their own. I'm now tuning into a group of people where someone's on their own healing, and that reminds me of the James Arthur. I always say the same thing. Can't bother singing, but it's like the lines in it are like, I'm alone in my head looking for love in a stranger's bed, which I feel might have been a part of this person's past, and that's why they've hooked up with this whoever the karmic person is. But it's not now. Now it's like, because that whole song's like someone's in denial and like, I don't see you. You're not in every single thing I do. You're not the missing piece. You're not. I don't think we're meant to be as I pull the lover. And then it's like I'm lying to myself and all this kind of stuff. Apocalypse. Yep, we're in the apocalypse and the underworld. These cards always like come out together. Look, this person's been stuck in the underworld with a lot of toxic people that they needed to cut themselves away from. But they know that this is a guape love. I can never say that. But yeah, they know that you're the one. Look, you're the one. You're the one, Kerry. Like at the end of Sex and the City. And he took his fucking time, didn't he? Christ. Right, okay, so let's get a card. Let's see what comes out here. So, all being well, I should be back on Wednesday. But I might leave it to Thursday. Like I might just do Taurus on Thursday and then Gemini on Friday. Yeah. I think I might need, I don't know. We'll just see. I'll put a post up. Let's see. Mount Sinai. Don't know how to say that. What's going on here? What's that? Tishka. I can't even say that. But what I was going to say is, I don't know if people saw the post, right? But the cards I pulled the other day, I couldn't believe it. So I pulled Russia, right? And as I say, I've got nothing to do. I'm terrible at geography, right? I was talking about my dad yesterday. The geography teacher I had, my dad actually had done. That's how long that guy had been around. And I was saying to my dad, I was like, "Did he like you?" And he was like, "No." I think my dad was a bad boy at school, but very creative and made up for it now. But it's kind of like, um, I was just, yeah, I didn't like. I hated high school. Couldn't. I just hated everything to do with high school, to be honest. Um, But the teacher recognised I couldn't do it and they took pity on me and he was like, just you sit this one out, Hen. You didn't need to do this. And he wasn't like that. He wasn't like nice to people, but he seemed to take a shine to me. Um, but um, yeah, what was weird was I pulled out Russia and then I saw something about whatever that was that had happened in Russia. Sorry, I can't remember now. I think something blew up or something. Sorry, I really can't remember. And then And then this is what really blew my mind. One of the cards specifically mentioned Wiltshire, right, which is a place in England where Charlotte said she was born. And I did feel before Charlotte said that, I really felt like I felt she was going to say it actually, because anyway, but I've not watched that one back, but I knew what I was feeling. And then, shit, you know, it was horrible. I think it was maybe two people have been found dead or something at a campsite in Wiltshire. So what are the chances that I pull those two cards about places in the world and then there's two big stories about, I mean, that's not just, that's really specific. Like that is a place in England and that's what was mentioned in that card. So how crazy is that? Like, what? Are you kidding me? So did you see that then? Because it did cross my mind. I wonder if it's like a place in another part in the world that's called Wiltshire. But no, it was look at the community tab. It said it was a campsite where I didn't oh that's interesting that you live in Wiltshire though. So that's watch the whatever the last one was I done and one of the cards mentioned Wiltshire. And Charlotte was like, oh, I was born there. Um but I was like absolutely mind blown at that. Right, so in Russia, it's the oil facility and supply network hit and devastating. I don't know what the rest of it said. Well, it's to do with the war, but oh, so maybe it was just no. But I think it was an oil facility explosion. I don't know, something like that. So prayers for all of that. But the Wiltshire thing, it says so. Like I said, I'm assuming this is somewhere. Yeah, this is England. Two arrested after man shot dead at traveller site. So are you? I hope you're nowhere near the traveller site. The victim, who was in his 30s, died at the scene in Calcut near Kirklade in Wiltshire. You anywhere near that? Or don't tell me this is somewhere in Australia that's like a twin town or something. That could be a thing, because it's on Sky News. But it looks like England. It looks like England in the picture. Um, I stay away from the news. Yeah, so do I, but I don't because it comes up on my feed on my YouTube. Do you stay away from the news on even on here? Because I still get I mean, I suppose it doesn't help that I'm subscribed, but do you know where that is? I don't think I've ever been to Wiltshire. Where is it near? Fuck knows. Right, let's read this. Let's see where this is. Mount Sinai. Oh, I just opened up the book. I think they were trying to help me. Right. Energy focus. Oh my God. I should have said it. Fucking knew it. Earlier, I thought to myself, again, I've got no reason to lie. You see how I do this stuff all the time. Just something, it's annoying when I don't say it out loud. I thought Egypt was going to come out again, and it has. But I had no idea that this was. I spend most of my time on Twitch. Yeah, you're like, I don't know where that place is. So this is Egypt, and remember the Lionsgate portal this week is building up to, the Sirius alignment, and that is all to do with Egypt and stuff. So, right, lower world past. This site had spiritual importance long before the Abrahamic religion stalked their claim to it. On the card, the goddess Nephthys, protector of the dead, is seen witnessing worship to the Apis, the bull god of strength, who represented a king's divine transition after death. Oh, there's a bit about king. Eventually we got something about a king. We did get a queen, but it wasn't a good card. Well, it's not to be anyway. When the Tau cross on the card is mounted with an oval, an ankh is formed representing the astrological sign of Taurus, the bull. The ankh is wrapped in the snake, signifying Kundalini awakening. That's what's happening to these masculines that resonate with this. Moses turned into a snake, into a staff, to lead his people out of slavery. I've said before, like, honestly, it feels like doing the job of Moses sometimes doing this, because it's like, come on, guys, you know what I mean? It's this way. Or Noah's Ark, like, you're going the wrong way, come this way. You know what I mean? It's like fucking no everybody's listening. Have you ever risked it all to ensure your survival, or did your parents, your grandparents, or even earlier ancestors talk to elderly relatives and research your family tree? Your ancestors are your foundation, where you come from. They offer you a way of finding out about yourself. Oh God, you're half an hour away. Oh, it's near Swindon. Swindon is dodgy. Did you mean to write dodgy as? All right. Um, Today there's a Greek Orthodox monastery at Sunny, I don't know if I'm saying this right, where it's said that Moses, having left his royal life behind, received two tablets of a stone inscribed the Ten Commandments. Right now you may feel the things you hold as morally or ethically sacred are being challenged or abused. When people feel like this, it can eventually lead to the revolution or fanaticism. Would you ever take such an extreme stance? For others, seeing a corrupt society can lead to apathy and depression. Remember, you have power. You stand on the solid foundations of what you have built and what you believe. Mount Sinai offers you perspective. Heal any drifts with those you should be holding close. See, I don't like to say see, but it does always tie it in. So this is about forgiveness very strongly coming through here. Heal any rifts with those you should be holding close, and the divine feminine and masculine should be holding each other close. Do something today, however small. A text, a call, a letter, that's come through the whole thing, to get the relationship back on firm ground. You can rebuild your world, starting with yourself and your family. What's quite sad coming through this, though, I've not done one like this for a while, because it can get really draining. It feels like this person could actually be leaving, like, a lot of people behind. It's not everyone, but it does feel like that because it just keeps coming out all this toxic energy. Right, so the potential, the future energy, upper world is when Moses descended from Mount Sinai to deliver the Ten Commandments. He found his followers taking part in the bull worship. He was angry. As the second commandment stated, thou shalt not worship false idols. Ask yourself, oh God, and that is what's happened in this too. Somebody has at some point thought that all that glitters is, everything was sparkly and attractive and it was karmic as fuck. Ask yourself what it is you worship and whether this someone or something is worthy of your attention. So this is what I mean. This could actually be awakening some people now. Because this is future energy. But I'd say from a lot of people it's past, because like I said, I keep saying something's happening soon. But I kind of always I'm like, that could still be the same. That can be like somebody's like suddenly realizing all of this and then doing something about it. But that's more rare, but God knows. Are you yearning for a celebrity, cosmetic surgery, expensive jewellery? Are you subject to unrequited love, or do you desire something else out of reach? When God demanded that no one should worship false idols, perhaps it was to prevent us from wasting our energy, there's wasting time and energy, on something that has no spiritual value. Consider carefully what you wish for, but that's what the masculine in this, all the masculines that resonate with this, it's been coming out the last few lives. They've chose materialism, they've chose sparkly, shiny people that are fake smiles that came out in the shorts, and it's all the tower moments happen. Everything's crumbling. This person can see it all. They've chosen, there was no soul, there was no spirit in any of these connections, and what this person's craving now is soul and spirit and true love and all these romantic things, and you know what I mean. And that's what leads them back to the twin flame. And that's probably why on the thumbnail it's Twin Flames, I love you. Twin Flame, I love you. Consider carefully what you wish for. Would it really bring you a better life? For example, would the new job you wish for make the most of your talents and attributes as well as enabling you to live well? Are you simply yearning for more money without considering the emotional or physical cost you would have to pay? So like in that program, they're marrying for money to save the family. Because in one thing it's like someone's poor, so they have to do it because that's, what they had to do back then. And then in the other one, it's like, rich kings and queens, and the guy's marrying her. Oh, I think that's the same one. But it's a forced marriage, basically. Um, would you have to pay, or the fact you might need to compromise your principles in order to succeed? Be totally honest. Like, and that is what some people do. Well, I don't know. Everyone's so bloody. I was going to say something else that was really insulting, but I was going to sort of change what I was going to say. It's like everyone's got a different view, things like that. Not everybody does value love. They fucking should, and I do, but not everybody does. It's, I'm not big on worshipping money. So yeah, be totally honest with yourself. Right, okay, so this is the exercise. So I'm just going to read these comments and I'm going to read this and I'm going to go because as you can see, I'm falling asleep here. The not worshipping false idols speaks to me so much. I don't fuck with that. Yeah, it's you know what I mean. It's in my experience. Whenever I've really looked up to anyone like that, I'm sorry, but a lot of the times, not all the I can think of it. I can think of a couple of people, literally a couple on one hand, where they are pretty fucking amazing, and that opinion's not changing. But I can also think of a lot of men and women where it's been completely not deserved. And it's like, and I can really own that. And a lot of, some of the times I've done that, it's been when it's the weird transits in Pisces where it's like confusion, illusion. And I've always learned a big karmic lesson from it, but they were always really painful where you thought somebody was like fucking the bee's knees. Might even be sucking up their bum and everything, you know what I mean? Kind of like, giving them too much praise. And then when you actually break it down, like, what has that person really earned? What have they done to really earn me like putting them on that pedestal like that? Or even if you're just thinking about someone like that, it's you know what I mean? So you shouldn't put people on pedestals and you shouldn't like be doing that because a lot of these people will might not even be who they say they are. And like I said, I've had experiences like that that are fucking scary. So, it's probably why, right? I'm just kind of like, look, if you like tuning into me for whatever, banter, healing, company, Um, and again, I do have lots of different services if you're new or if you need a reminder if you're here all the time. Hypnosis, therapy, coaching, um, spiritual awakening. Obviously, everything comes under twin flames. Again, if you're not a twin flame and you're really drawn to me, it's not that you can't book, but I do tend to only attract twin flames, but I'm always looking out for when I'm attracting people that aren't on that journey, and then that's probably going to be my sign to start a whole brand new channel. And I do feel that coming very, very soon. I know I've been saying that for ages, but I do feel it coming soon. Can't see me doing that for the end of the year, but I might just suddenly do it. But um, that's why I'm just raw and real in here. Do you know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, look, I'm not a perfect person. Like that's a song. I'm not a perfect person, but yeah. I don't really know what to label this year. It's a fucking weird one. I've had a near-death experience. I had a prolonged weird period there and I took some time off. It wasn't helped by the shittest Christmas and the worst New Year I've ever had in my life that led into this year. Yeah, this whole year has been quite a blur actually. Yeah, and some of the happiest things about this year have been, yeah, when I've enjoyed being on here, and then there's other things in my life. Can't really think a lot, to be honest. I fucking love Pretty Woman, my best pal the other weekend there. But I mean, it's like, you know what I mean? So again, I hope that the rest of this year more than makes up for, because this year's been shit. Um, but at least I'm being honest. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could be sitting kind of, oh yeah, I'm feeling totally amazing and that, and I'm not. Like, I'm telling you when I'm not feeling good, I'm telling you when I am. And thank God I am feeling pretty good. Feel very fucking tired because my niece woke me up at 8 in the morning. It was quite funny actually. She is just hilarious. It was like I think it was like maybe 8:10, and I thought she woke up before and it was like really early the last time she stayed, and I'm like, nah, we're not getting off at like 7. And I was like, because it was 8:10, I was like, oh, you can't really do that. Do you know what I mean? That's what time kids get up. So I was like, will we maybe just rest our eyes for a little bit longer? And I knew she would. And she was like, yeah. So she like cuddled into me, and that's when she told me like, something that she It's just something that she said to me that was a bit of an insight. And then it was like literally not even 5 minutes, and she was like, "Claire, can we watch the rest of Toy Story?" And I was like, "Oh fuck," you know what I mean? It's like, okay, do you know what I mean? So it's yeah, they bring a lot of joy to my life. Right, okay, so I'm going to end with this now because I'm tired. But yes, I absolutely agree. Don't worship false idols. And don't be doing that with anyone, man. Yeah. So, especially not, I mean, nobody, but especially not celebrities, because they're all like toxic. Well, they're not all, but a lot of them are so dark and corrupt and more toxic than you could ever imagine and evil. And I'm sure a lot of you know that. And again, we're on the Aries one, so this is the truth, but it's like, yeah, it's worrying when I still see people on this platform, actually, people I like, and I'm just kind of like, wow, they're really not in the know about that. And that's, it is weird when you're living your life knowing the truth about some stuff and you're like, I wonder if that person just thinks that's conspiracy theory or they genuinely don't get it. But it's like there's a lot of like, I mean, I'm one of the people, along with other people, like, that's prepared for a lot of people having major breakdowns and just going a bit stir crazy when they realise how much of this stuff you think's bullshit is true. Because that all again, this is a bit dark, but I'm going to share this before we go. Um, I was watching Towie last night, right? And I'm going to talk in code a little bit. And it was a shame because there's a couple that I think they've probably had their baby now. But one of the guys wasn't well, right? And some of the symptoms that yeah, he was saying something about he'd had a double virus and it was very rare and stuff, and he's been left with like a limp and I can't remember what else. But I'm sorry, that's down to something. You know what I'm saying? It was screaming at me, and it was sad because they're like I said, they're due a baby any day, or I think the baby might be here. And it's just, it was the partner saying like he's not the same, it's affected his brain and everything. I'm like, look, might be wrong, willing to be wrong, but I think that's the aftermath of taking in part in certain experiments. But again, I don't know, but I do kind of know because I can feel it. But it just made me a bit sad because it made me think about we're going to see a lot more things like that. I see out my window all the time too. Like I'm like, you never know why some people might be limping it. You can't really, but because it's like Russian roulette. Some people have just, not had any repercussions, and then other people it might be lying dormant. And yeah, so anyway, that's why I've been doing all of this since, well, before 2020, but especially when all of that shit was going on, begging people not to do it and not to believe the lies about it, or um clearing energy with whatever I'm doing, even if it seems like I'm just like doing one of these twin flames. I'm always setting the intention to pray for people and lift the energy. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a bit fucked up, really. So, but anyway, so right, bring some structure into your life. There's the Saturn energy. The original Ten Commandments were laid down for exactly that reason. Um, I mean, I limp sometimes, but that's my. Yes, I know. Me too. And I really do feel your pain on that one. Never mind limp. I can't even. Yeah, I limp into the fucking bathroom when I'm in agony. But no. What I'm talking about with this is like it's like, neurological things that are, and it's where has that originated from? And I would say, again, I don't know if that's the case with that guy. There's nothing, but it's just a bit suspicious. Whatever's happened to him is extremely rare. And that's what I've seen too much of in the public. And I've had personal circumstances where I've noticed that um, where are all these rare, like it's just there's too many occurrences like that, and they end up kind of similar, like doing things to people's fate. Like what's that other thing like where might make someone's eye go a bit funny, and but the limp thing's quite common. It's yeah, there's loads of people that have had injuries from the Jiminy Cricket. I don't usually call it that, but because you know, think we know what I'm saying here. And again, everybody's welcome here and all that, but I'm, praying for all of that because I do think that's what that's about. Right. Our culture today is very different, but it's still useful to have rules to stick to if they serve your highest purpose. I can't believe that this is talking about structure and boundaries because that is totally um, the moon conjunct Saturn. If you have certain aspirations or dreams, think how you could best achieve them. What do you need to eliminate from your life in order to be the best that you can be? Again, in this whole story, I would say whoever the toxic people are around you. Well, you don't need to eliminate them, but you can you can clear your energy from them. What do you need to do to find success, love, and happiness? Again, move away from happiness haters. The card even said it. I don't think it was in this, it was in the shorts. In your journal, make your own 10 commandments, a list of all the actions that will help you stay on the right path of your personal journey. And that's really just it. We're all on a personal journey. You've got to do what's right for you. Whether you decide to try to listen to others more or to stop deliberately causing pain with words or deeds, think of these commandments as friendly advice rather than as demands. It is given Moon conjunct Saturn. Um, yeah, there's not new ones, is there? The thing is, they always make things up, right? If they can't trick you by telling you that there's some contagious virus, they'll do it through like, oh, you need to get this jab for meningitis. Like, everybody used to get it, or you're gonna die, or like, you need to, or look, oh, there's this new jab that will help you lose weight, and it's like it's all just a way to like, yeah, it's not what these things are not what they say they are. Um, More people need to know about tap water. Yeah, I agree with that too. That yeah, lots of people do, but where possible, I was in a real period of time where I just wasn't drinking tap water at all, but like I was buying everything like fizzy water and still water, but then I stopped for a while and I don't know, got a bit out of habit, but I put healing over the water and I'm like take all the shit out of it. But yeah, I don't really like plain water anyway. I love fizzy water. I just drink tea all the time. But yes, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. So I hope that your pain shifts, Becca, and thanks for hanging and thanks for hanging everyone else. And like I said, when I've mapped it out, like I said, I was gonna have tomorrow off and then I was gonna come back on Wednesday and then have Thursday off and then be back on Friday. But I don't know, I'm feeling into it and I think I might just have tomorrow and Wednesday and then do Thursday, Friday. Unless I actually do them both on, or if I need even more time, I might actually do them both on. No, that's too much because if I'm doing, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. That's what I just saw when I opened my. How perfect is that for this? That's what I saw when I opened my phone. Um, Let me just check. Are we on? Yeah, I could do that actually. Oh no. The Taurus, we go into the Gemini moon at just after 7 in the morning on Friday, so that would annoy me that we're already out the Taurus moon. But I might just have to, yeah, I'll just have to tune in. Definitely don't, yeah, anyway, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I keep saying blah, 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 but anyway, it's now going to be nearly 2 in the morning, so good night, everyone, and I will see you when I see you. I suspect Thursday, but maybe Wednesday. And definitely Friday. Come and join in that because that'll be good energy with the Lionsgate portal. And tens too, because I'm got so much Gemini placements and I go very Scorpio Plutonian because it's my 8th house. So Right. I was going a bit like that at the end of this, to be honest. Right. I'm just trying to find out how to end this. Good night, Katie. Good night, everyone else that doesn't like to talk, but you like to watch. We love you too, lurkers. And we pray for the people that are not nice lurkers. Right, night. Oh, it's 3 hours. Oh my god, 3 hours, 5 minutes. Wow.